what happened.
I agree.
Just
We're
tell us
all
what
the
happened.
players against the DM.
This is not a democracy. Everybody roll a d20.
Neither is this. We're just asking you. We're making you do it. We're making you do it. That's what's happening. You know? Like,
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
Just turns into a
You don't understand your
aristocracy, and you're the only plebeian before us.
That's right. Without us, you're nothing. You could just plan and plan all you want, but no one plays.
So true.
The Black Ghost dude sounds.
We'll
like
make our
not
own
from the
story
league.
with blackjack and hookers.
How does he know about
Yeah, that's right.
How does he know? They have the power.
That's right.
Alright,
He's
close
kept
this
us
game.
down for too long.
Roach, I don't think I'm feeling it tonight.
That's it.
DMs have all the power.
We're all paying taxes now. That's how this works.
I'll see you guys next week.
Would you roll?
Yeah, what'd you roll? Miller's like, enough of this shit. What'd you roll? I'm trying to.
I mean, personally, I wanted him to do it, but anyway,
We all did.
it's 19.
I rolled a 2.
I
Excellent.
got to 13.
All right. Roll again,
Trauma.
Miss Lila.
You
Did
also
you
got
also
a 2?
roll a 2?
Bro,
Yeah.
you got a 2 last week too. That's funny.
Damn.
No, I got a 2 last week.
Oh.
Alright, I rolled a 15.
Don't you take away my sadness. Or my terrible memories.
What'd you get, Miller?
I got 11.
A 1 or 11? Well, I think.
Well, I mean, I got 2 1s, so yeah.
Yeah. What if we count all 11s as double failures? That's.
God.
Fair.
Oh man,
What's
you know,
that, like a double critical fail or something like that? How does it even look like?
Can
You
you
just
imagine?
die?
You imagine going to like a homebrew place and they're like, "Yo, yeah, I have a special rule that because 11s have 2 1s on there, it's a double crit fail." It's like, what? What do you
Your
mean?
character implodes and you must make a new one.
I just think it's a fun rule because it's 2 1s. Get it? You're like, no, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's really quite mad.
All right. Did I actually take notes last session? I feel like I did.
Possibly.
Busted.
I have so many error logs. Trauma open.
Miller finally. I know Miller's been here the longest, but he was like not loaded the whole time. I was unable to promote him.
That's weird. I probably got a video open and then.
All right.
Holy shit! How many?
Miller, whenever you're ready for our recap bonanza.
This is a pop.
For my notes. The only note I have was me writing down what we saw. Okay. So where we last left off, we were just finishing up on the apartment. One second. After the event with the assassin, who almost escaped, we were pretty much gathering ourselves, cleaning up any messes we left, and about to head out. Had to sneak away from the cops, who 2 of them were in the building, starting to scan the area. I believe one of them was the other. I can't think of it. I'm just gonna call her NP as well. Came up. It was her, right? Was she one of the cops?
She was.
Okay. It was the 2 cops.
Natalie Parker.
Natalie Parker, who has had several encounters with NP already, was in there, so we had to escape. We made it out of a fire escape. Did we bother grabbing the car? Or did we leave it? No. We left the car in the crash downstairs area. Declan went and retrieved his friend, while the others went into Corbin's garage looking around, trying to find a car. Helping Jimmy open a safe, they found 430,000 credits and a key fob. Through some time trying to search for the car, there was no luck until I think it was NP, right? It was you, right?
Did what?
You were the one that had the key fob, right?
Oh, yes.
NP
tried all
walking
the
down.
buttons, including the red
Yeah,
one.
he tried all the buttons and he tried the one last one. A black car rolled up, basically just drove up to him. We got in that and escaped the scene. As we were driving away, there was a checkpoint set up. and through some smooth talking by NP to NP, we were able to drive away from the scene. I
Called
believe it was
smooth, his
Declan.
words, not mine.
Declan and another one, I can't remember, I think it was NP, noticed something was placed on the roof. Driving away down a bit, a personal
Eli.
tracker was placed on top of the roof of the car. From there, we were able to make it to Lila's apartment, where she was trying to meet her friend. I can't remember her name because I didn't write it down.
Akane.
Akane. Eli and Lila went into the apartment. Declan stayed outside and just sitting around playing on his phone, smoking, trying to keep an eye out. While NP sat in the parking garage chatting with his friends on the phone for a bit. As Lila and Eli made into the apartment, they found pretty much a bloodbath. There was one body dead to gunshot wounds, another with a bashed-in face, and then they found Akane's body, I believe, lying in the bathroom in a pool of blood. They were able to get Akane and able to stabilize her. As this was happening, they're moving to leave. Declan spotted a car with two Anatov Corpos in there. One was wearing a suit, the other was more heavily armed like the assassin they saw. An unknown man with the briefcase started walking in and went up the elevator. As the two were going out, the man exited the elevator and a small brawl ensued, with the three inside the elevator fighting for a bit. As the elevator opened, Declan was able to make his way in and I think stabbed and killed the guy, and that's where we pretty much left off, is with the dude dead on the ground. I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think that was pretty. Everybody else have anything they want to add?
Nope.
Nope.
I think.
Oh, I know what I missed. So in there are using Akane's, I guess, like neural net to send a message to the others. It was, "Don't move." As a closet opened, an invisible man stepped out. Eli, with quick thinking, had a can of aerosol and a lighter, using it as a makeshift flamethrower to set the man ablaze and run him out of the building.
That was something the fuck else, actually. Until I forgot that he did that. Yeah, it should be noted, Eli hit him with the, "No, you're fired," and then fucking
Yeah.
flamed his ass. Good one-liner, by the way, Eli. That's like that's an Arnold Schwarzenegger type ass line. So good job. You know, I could see him hitting that line. I think he did, and I think there's a movie where he hits that. So good job.
It's not True Lies, I'm pretty sure.
I remember I saw when I was younger. This guy's like,
It's True Lies. It's when he's
On a
at the end of the
missile?
movie, when the guy's hanging on the missile, the
Yeah.
Heritage jet, he
You
fires.
fly
it. That's such a good movie.
He's right. He's hanging onto the missile. That's so funny. Okay. But okay, yeah, so you guys are heading downstairs. Declan met you guys at the bottom. You guys are now at the bottom of the elevator. The man is in the elevator. I think you guys have exited. You all look kind of a little sweaty and whatnot. The hotel manager, or I'm sorry, the apartment lobby manager has not noticed the body or anything as you guys have stepped out. His hand kind of like falls out of the elevator, and Declan just kind of like kicks it back in.
Did he have anything on him?
Yes, Eli grabbed a data pad off of him. Also, he had an Antonov symbol on his vest underneath his suit.
It's Antonov, right? You said?
Yeah, Antonov. Or
I thought it was
ANTA.
A&A this whole time.
Yeah, there's a T in there. Antonov.
Fuck.
You're
Let's check
saying
the notes.
Antonov or Anatov?
It's Antonov.
Bitch.
Alright, so, yeah, you found the data pad, Eli. What do you guys want to do?
The last thing I remember was I was readying an action with the fucking spray can to like throw it off the car if the guys made a move.
And I was
Yes,
going to
but,
shoot the bad guy. If he moved.
So, you talking about the
Roach?
guys at the car? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's Antonov? Because you also have it wrote down as here's Mr. Anatov.
Where at?
I thought it was Anatov.
I think I said Anatov at
Yeah.
a time, but I was looking in the.
No,
the
I have
notes I sent.
Anatov in every single one of my notes.
You know what? I like Anatov better. I just wrote Antonov. Where was it? I think I wrote it in Eli's messages, and so I was like, oh, that's what I said first. So, but because I was also saying Anatov, I
It's
believe.
like a.
But you know what? Anatov's
potato,
easier to
potato.
say. So you know what? We'll go with Anatov. 'Cause that's what I've been saying anyway. So yeah, Anatov. An Anatov symbol was in his jacket. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we'll probably we'll communicate to NP, let them know we're coming out for pickup, and we need to go. I can't remember, NP I think drove the car out of it, and
No, and cars stay with us.
no, wait, you got out of the
No.
car and I think you were holding a shot, right?
Yeah, no, I've
so-
just got my sniper next to me on the thing, and I'm kind of like hidden behind the thing. I hadn't done
Yeah,
anything yet.
you're ready to shoot the people in the car if need be.
Yeah, I was preparing to.
All right. So did you want to move, MP, or are you gonna stay there?
I say here. Seems safe. I like the heights. I'm near
Okay.
the car. I feel good.
All right. So what you guys doing in the hotel?
From the apartment, I believe we're heading back to the vehicle. We're escorting.
I would
escorting the vehicle.
advise secondary exit. Going out the front door where they're watching is probably not a good idea.
I'll look at Lila.
Sorry, what?
Lila? They're asking if you know
We
secondary.
were
exit.
debating. I imagine she would know a backdoor baby.
Yeah, it's her apartment complex. She would know.
Okay.
So
There's just like a back door that can lead him to on the opposite side of the lobby.
yeah, it's
Okay.
like where the garbage goes.
Yes, there's a utility back door. This way. And I'll take them to the back door.
Okay. So you guys follow Lila
Oh.
away from the elevator, closes on the guy's foot, and you guys kick it back in, and then it closes. You guys head to the back door that Lila shows, and you exit into the alley behind the massive apartment complex amongst the trash and the gutters back here. What you guys like to do?
I guess I'll shoot over a quick message to NP to let them know we're moving to alternate exit and we're need to pick up.
Okie dokie. I got them covered. Let's keep my eyes on the guys in the car.
So you send a message to MP telling him you need to pick up, and MP tells you that he's gonna.
Oh, sorry, you said pickup. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you guys said you just use an extra different exit, and that you were leaving the building a different way.
Yeah, he said they need you to move and pick them up somewhere else.
I missed that for sure. Then yes, I get in the car and I do that.
All right, MP packs his stuff up and he heads on back down. Keep an eye on those guys in front of the building. They don't seem to be moving just yet. MP, you leave in the modded out car as inconspicuously as you can and drive down the street. You have to go around the block towards the backside. You guys ended up taking the alleyway down to the other side, like the street that would be parallel on the adjacent side. Another set of skyscrapers and complexes. You guys exit as MP pulls up. You now have a Kane with you. There won't be enough seats in the car, but you guys could squeeze if you wanted to.
Who feel feels confident?
I'll give
I-
Akane my seat since she's hurt, and I can kind of squish in between her and somebody else in the back seat.
Does somebody want to
Yeah.
possibly go back for a motorcycle?
Advise against, probably rigged.
Well,
Okay.
They're not after me. They're after Lila. I doubt they would hurt me in particular, given who my father is, but I think I just happened to get caught up in this. I'm not sure what their plan was if they did kill me.
Does she have a second seat on her bike? Like a little...
Yeah, it's a sport bike.
Like
It's got a
pocket
little...
seat kind of on the back?
Yeah.
If needed, I could try to drive her and I separate. Take her back and meet up with you guys after.
I'll...
Yeah.
It is parked in front of the building. If you want to do that, Lila, we can. I trust you. But also, I know that this man here... hello, you are new. And she looks at Declan and sticks her hand out to shake your hand.
I'll reach over and shake her hand back.
I know that he did not work for us, and he is not on their list of wanted individuals yet. So, if somebody wanted to take my bike, I'd recommend he go. But if you want to take the chance, Lila, I'll go with you. I have an extra helmet.
I'll kind of look at Declan. Do you feel confident riding a bike?
It wouldn't be the first time. I could certainly give it a try. Just keep this one safe. Move to, I guess, sit her upright just so there's more space for the two to hit and slip in the back.
Alright. You guys sit the synth girl upright as she stares blankly forward to the car. Akane gives her a little bit of a look and then tosses you her keys, Declan.
Either way, I suppose we'll follow you, because we do need to drop Akane off with the bike anyway, so that she can rest.
Right, we can head back to my apartment. You can drop me off there.
Okay,
sound
good
agreeable?
cat. I'll be right back. Good for me.
Come on.
Alright, Declan, you have her keys.
Where's her helmet? I assume it's just locked to the bike.
Yeah, there's a secondary one locked to the bike.
You know, I'll just unlock. I'll go over to the bike, look around.
Yep,
I'll
so
unlock
there's
the helmet and pull it off.
This one is a so the one well, you actually didn't see the one upstairs, but this one is a matte black helmet. It does look quite expensive as you put it on, as it has a heads-up display inside, and the cheeks pads are form-fitting, so they adjust to your head, so that it is a perfect fit as you buckle it on. It interfaces to your Neuralink, or asks you permission first, and then it can sync up your text messages and your comms and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, it activates noise cancelling and other stuff, and then as you go to get on the bike, it highlights, it's kind of unnecessary, but it highlights like where the key is, like where the key fob would go. It highlights, you know, the different functions on the bike and stuff. But yeah, you sit on it, and you turn the key inside, and it comes to life quite loudly as you get down. It is a sport bike. I'm not sure what kind of bikes Declan used to ride, but so it's a very hunched over position as you get on. You look to your left and right, you back it up, pick that foot up, and you take off, letting off the clutch, pulling the throttle, shifting second gear as you get down the highway. Go ahead and roll vehicles driving.
You're fucking shitting me.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
So Declan, as you pull out into the into it, it's not like you're not used to a bike like this. It's a lot of power behind it. And you go ahead and whiskey throttle that bitch. So you give it too much gas the first time, and it lurches up into a wheelie, and your back foot falls off the peg, and you're hanging off. You let go, and the bike slams back down, and you slam your nuts on it, and as a result, you grip the thing, and you whiskey throttle it, which means that you wheelie again up into it as you zoom off. You gain control after a second, but definitely hit 2 accidental wheelies on it as you zoom past the parked car you saw earlier with the Anatov guys in it. As you look over, they're kind of looking at you strangely. They don't recognize you or anything, but they do recognize you. Maybe just stole this girl's bike, because they. But yeah, so you wheelie right past them with a loud whining engine. But alright, NP,
Yeah.
everyone else is in your car.
Okie doke. Anyone have directions?
Yeah, Kane gives you directions to her apartment and sends
Perfect.
them to
Alright.
Declan as well.
I do that. I drive to her apartment.
Alright,
Casual like.
real casual. Cool, so you guys go ahead and get going. You pull off from here without
We definitely
arousing
don't rev the engine at every single stoplight.
without arousing too much suspicion. Get on the interstate, and you head actually further. So Lila was living in a middle to upper class neighborhood, definitely provided by the corporation. Her apartment was paid for. You can kind of tell by just the surrounding area. A lot nicer life around here. Kane's directions take you straight to the corporate center of Angel City. And as you guys get down on the interstate and off into this different district, everything is much cleaner. The buildings are even taller, hundreds of stories for casual buildings. The sky is almost blocked out by the fluorescent and neon lights of all the advertisements and of all the different cars and the lighting and the business corpo life. Even though it's probably around 11 p.m., you can see just how busy it is downtown as cars fly overhead in AVs. Many more AVs than usual in this rich area, and even all the cars that drive on the road, many of them are extremely luxurious as you drive past them. Your modded out car kind of stands out a little bit as you go through, and especially Declan on the motorcycle. It's a older one, and it is much louder than some of the newer bikes out here, but you guys rev past everything, riding where you need to. You pull up to a very large apartment complex. To call it an apartment complex is even generous. It's almost like if every single apartment was its own condo, is what it looks like. As you pull up outside, you see golden statues and beautiful fountains as Akane gets out. Lila, are you there? No, dealing with your kitty cat? Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do in the meantime? While you're driving.
Anyone want to play I Spy?
I meant conversation-wise, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can play I
He's
Spy.
asking that.
Okay.
What color's the car?
Black.
Black.
I Spy something that's black.
Can't possibly be our car.
Nope.
Is it the eye? Is it the eye I'm gonna give you?
Yes, that's
Is it-
exactly what it is.
Alright. Good to know, MP.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Trauma, you're back.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright. You pull up to Akane's apartment in the corporate center. I just described how luxurious it is.
Okay.
As you guys pull up, Akane gets out of the car. She kind of squeezes past you guys. What is this? Why did you send a pic? Mini Strawberry? Where's he hiding? I'll find him in a
hiding.
second. I'll find him and take him down. You guys pull up to her apartment, and she gets out of the back seat with you guys, or with you, Lila. And she looks over, and she thanks you profusely once more. Lila, I'm sorry that I got caught up in that. I kind of wish I could have handled it without having to get you involved. I know that's kind of the whole point of me going was. But if you need anything, I will try to help you on my end, like I said. I did not get a chance to check on your mother. I could not get a hold of her. It might be best if you go and check on her yourself.
It's no trouble at all, really. It's quite my own fault, actually. I'd hoped that if you weren't, there wouldn't be any threats to you in particular, but unfortunately that was not the case. So I do apologize there, but I'm happy to to try to make amends and to pull you out of there. It's the least I could do. But I would love to talk some more soon. Are you sure you don't need hands with anything? Are you sure you're going to be okay? You seem like you're still a little pale from blood loss.
Yes, I think I'll be alright. I'm not too worried about it at the moment. I am curious to see what happens at work tomorrow, if anything. But I will see what happens. This is concerning. I'm not sure if they recognized who I was, but I did agree with you. I thought that my father's status would lend me a little bit of protection, but it did not seem to matter at this moment. Perhaps I thought that was you, which is, given that I'm Asian, it's kind of strange on their part. They couldn't figure that out, but I don't know.
It's a bit of a reach. They were also spoofing and using your Neuralink, so I would think that they would have ample time to realize the situation. I would be careful. Maybe don't go to work tomorrow.
It does concern me. I'm not sure how much faith I'd put in my own father at the moment, or if he would even care. I'm sure it would just be a payoff if something did happen to me. He has quite a few kids. She kind of like touches the back of her head and looks away.
He may not, but I do care, and I do insist that you do start to consider the clone. Not that I don't love to see you, but I do worry. I wouldn't want you to get hurt on my behalf again. I'd feel terrible about that, so I do apologize again. And I may take you up on that as well at some point, if that ever is still available.
I doubt it would be. I don't think association with you is what father would want at this moment. As for myself, it just disgusts me to think of myself in a clone body, or to engage in the type of lifestyle that so many corpos do. I mean, my father is 173 years old and he looks like he's 32. You know? It's strange. I don't want to live that kind of lifestyle. Maybe some people do down there when they aren't born with it, but I guess that's just me. Maybe I'm taking things for granted, but if I'm going to die, I'm going to die in my own skin.
I give her a smile. That's quite admirable. You remind me of my sister a bit. It's been a while since I've seen her, but in any case, that's inspiring. But do take care of yourself. There's no dying before I die. I will kill you again if I find that you've died before me. So go rest, go take care of yourself, and call me when you feel better, okay?
If you need anything, especially on the corpo side, let me know. I still have connections.
Okay, and not to say that I'm getting into unsavory things, but I might start to develop connections of my own soon. So whether that be street side or something of the sort, if you need anything from down under, just let me know.
I will. She gives you a hug, and she takes her bike from Declan, and she rides it into the garage underneath the apartment complex, out of sight.
I'll watch her kind of ride off until she makes the corner, and then I'll get back in the car.
Okay. Declan, are you back? Nope.
No.
Declan gets in the car with you guys. Alright, what you guys want to do?
I thought we were dragging everybody to the doctors, but I'm not sure what we want to do.
Yeah, Ripper Doc sounds good.
The doctors.
Take care of Declan's friend, or at least get an idea.
Okay. I now go to the doctors, driving casually.
Driving recklessly.
No, I said
For
casually.
for once driving normal on the right side of the road. I can't believe it.
He's like
That
staying,
was 5 times, okay?
he's like staying in first gear. He's just like it's super loud the whole way there.
That
Going
would
like 5
damage
miles an hour.
the car, so
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
He's like trying to be as casual as possible by fucking driving like a dummy.
I'm using my fucking signal every single time I change lanes. I'm staying like 2 above the speed limit, because that's just normal. I mean, it's normal to be slightly
Is
above the
it?
speed limit.
That's
sure.
above.
Who doesn't drive like 5 above the speed limit? That's just crazy.
I don't know, man. That sounds like you're trying to get pulled the fuck over.
I don't want to get attention drawn to myself by driving the speed limit. That's fucking weird. Only criminals drive the speed limit.
That's
What's
true.
Today?
That's
What's
facts.
today in game?
So what'd you say?
So what's the day in game?
The month?
Date? Yeah, day. No, day. Is it Sunday? Is it Monday?
Oh, it is. Let me think.
Hmm.
It is
You
like
know data.
Sunday night, Monday morning.
Right. Look, Sunday driver. Don't even worry about it.
There you go.
Don't worry about it. You're not the only asshole on the road. Trust me.
Everyone buckle up
Yeah,
for
it's,
safety reasons.
it's about to be fucking. It is like midnight. It's about to be, Monday. But
We should
Yeah.
be. fucking
as
looking
soon as it
for,
hits midnight, the cops pull you over. It's like, hey, it was cool on Sunday, but now you're being suspicious.
Nah, it's weird.
But alright, you're going to the Ripper Dock?
Yes, but on a side note, we should try and find races and let NP race.
I am
What?
back.
Excellent.
Yep. Race the car.
You are now in the
Race
car. They
people.
dropped off
Keep racing.
Akane. She took her bike.
Oh, you want me to do a race, not find my
Did I
race.
keep
of
the
people.
helmet?
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you did not keep the helmet. Okay, you guys are
How
on the way
many
to.
helmets does Akane have? Because she smashed her one, but she
She
still
just
had an
had 2.
extra one. Is
Yes.
she keeping?
She had
Oh, okay.
one on the back of the bike.
I'm gonna change into the.
NP puts on Declan's sunglasses and just says, "To the Rippers," and then he drives off.
Oh right, you never gave him back.
I
Alright.
still got him.
You guys make your way to the Ripper Dock, driving to where Eli gives you directions to. I think only Eli and Lila have been here, but it's a nicer, it's like a middle to low part of town. You guys get there. It's not as busy. You step out of the car and there's some street vendors still open, but not a lot of people are out at the moment. See some homeless people sitting on the side of the road or in alleys, walking around. Some people tripping out on drugs, just kind of. Some of them are on downers. You can just see that they're fucking Zeused or zoinked out of their minds.
Zeus. I like Zeus.
They're
better.
playing armor right now. You can
Yeah.
tell.
But you guys head down.
They got that look of a GM.
You guys walk off the main street onto this. It's a set of stairs that goes down, and it's for walking. It's like a sidewalk that goes between the buildings. It takes you to this little plaza behind the buildings. This little courtyard back here with different booths and things set up. You guys take like a crosswalk or a sidewalk onto like a little bridge above that stuff, and you head into another smaller alley. And you see the sign. It's not lit as you head down. Eli, you take lead and you step down to the off of the alley, underneath the little awning where the rain hits above and drips down, and you see the door to the Ripper Dock. It is closed at the moment, but you know that they live here as well. What do you want to do?
What was Carmen's daughter's name? Oh, wasn't it also Carmen? Carmen and Carmen, wasn't it?
Talking about, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you said signs off. Can I just knock on the door? Give a look.
Do you want to knock on their business door or like their front door?
We'll do front door.
All right. Eli walks a little bit further down, and he takes a staircase up to this door in the back, and he bangs on it a few times. He waits a few seconds, and he bangs on it again before there is the intercom comes on. You look into the camera, Eli, and you. At first, she seems kind of angry. Who the fuck? Oh, Eli. Hey, what are you doing here so late?
We're in the business for some late night services. Is it possible you could open up and do a couple patches?
Yeah, I guess I could. I can wake my mom up. Yeah. I'll be down in a second.
Awesome, thanks.
A minute or two passes, and then the door to the shop opens up. You see Carmen's daughter is down there. She's in a robe and pajama pants, and she opens the door. And she says, "Oh, I see you brought some friends, Eli."
Yeah. You got any of those cookies too? By the way,
I thought you
Don't
were
walk about.
coming alone. She looks back and she says, no, it's, yeah, I'm sure there's a few in the fridge. I guess come in."
Rub my hands together.
She goes back. You see the reception desk. Everything's dark inside. She flips on one of the lights. She goes underneath the reception desk and she opens the fridge and she gets out a tray with some tin foil on it. She takes it off and you see some of the cookies on there that she opens up. She says, my mom is getting ready. What did you need?
Some of us got her in a gig just a couple hours ago, and I was curious what she might have picked up on that drive that I dropped off here.
Yeah, the drive. She was talking about that. She was not too happy about you leaving that here, by the way. What is... Do you know what's on it?
No, not really.
Well, I haven't really taken a look myself, but I was just curious. Lila, good to see you again as well. How's the, Neuralink?
Quite busy, but functioning as intended. Doing a good job. Thank you again for doing it.
Good. Your eyes aren't bleeding or anything?
No physical symptoms besides the headache here or there
Okay.
when the ads gets pretty bad. But that's about it.
If you have any migraines or eye bleeding or bloody shits, you let us know, okay?
I give her a dry smile and I give her a nod.
She looks back. She says, Eli's gone. Goodbye, Eli. Fucking get the fuck out of here. Are you
What?
grabbing it and bringing dinner back, or are you, He's gone. He's muted. Okay. He's going to get dinner.
Oh.
So after a
Didn't
few
hear
minutes, the old woman with white dreads comes downstairs. She rubs her eye a little bit. She's wearing like a nightgown, but you can see she has her gloves on and stuff. She puts on she looks around. She kind of squints at you guys. And she goes and she grabs her glasses and cleans them and puts them on. She says, "Oh, Lila. I see the Neuralink is working out well."
Oh, I really...
Oh, it's okay. You can have cookies.
that's right.
The cookies.
Yes, the cookies are quite good, by the way. Thank you. But no, it's the Neuralink is doing fantastic overall. No negative symptoms besides headaches here and there. The ads are quite busy, but it is working well. You did great, and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I know. I'm just glad to see you're still alive. And she walks past you, and she goes to her shop, and she opens the door. She says, "Okay, come in. I know we don't give a fuck. People are sleeping. Let's go." She like walks into the Ripperdoc area, through like those plastic curtains. She sits down in her chair and gets on her computer. You see this machine above come down. The chair kind of moves, and she gets some stuff going. She says, "Eli, I swear, if my daughter didn't have a thing for you, this, I'd probably not have opened up, but it is what it is. What do you need, honey?"
NP looks shocked at that news.
That news. Well, like I told her already, we're just looking for some patchwork, and I was curious if you could give me the details on that drive that I left here.
Oh, you mean that fucking drive, huh? And she goes and she like looks under the thing. She says, "Eli, I should take your legs for leaving this here with me. I really should."
Yeah, but we both know you totally won't do that, right?
Right. You need an upgrade right now, maybe?
No, I'm spry.
Right.
Spry and spring. We're good.
We'll talk about this drive in a second. Who's this? And she points at Declan. She gets up out of her chair and walks over and she grabs your cheek, Declan. She like pinches it.
Name's Declan.
Oh, where are you from? You're quite tall and handsome.
I'm from Texas.
Texas? Huh. I never met someone from Texas. I thought they were all scumbags. Maybe that's just the media. You seem like a nice fellow.
I certainly try to be.
And who's this staring blankly into the void? She like snaps her fingers in front of the girl.
Well, that's why I'm here. It's a good friend of mine.
Is she also from Texas?
What was
I
your question?
believe so. But it's a bit of a can of worms. I can talk to you properly about it after you get them all.
All right. Well, who's first? Who needs some upgrades?
I don't think I even have money for that.
We got 430 grand.
Oh, did we ever split that?
No, what was it like this?
We can just sit on that for a little while until we find a chance to wind down. Nothing for me this time, ma'am. But this friend does seem to be in a bit of a bind. As far as her physical health goes, I'll things check out after examining her. She is not ill or anything that I can deduce. She is a synth, and I do believe mentally there might be some damage. Synths are not quite my specialty, so you might know more than I would here.
Is this the reason that we're here today?
I do believe so. We wanted to find help for her.
All right. Lay her down.
Well, I'm going to.
All right, Declan.
Out of character, how long would it take to upgrade under Ulna?
How long?
Yeah, just to get the premium one.
You want the which premium one? Let me see.
Like
need to look at these.
It's like 30. The one that's like
30,000.
like no ads, and it just adds like a HUD display.
So that's like a in-app purchase basically. You just have to
Oh, okay.
make
So
a-
it's a premium purchase. Oh.
yeah, it's a purchase with like the company. So like basically it's like you want to buy the battle pass? That's what it is. And so it'd be like a firmware update basically. So like she would just plug you in. Make sense?
Yeah, I could probably do that on the time.
Oh, how much was it?
30,000.
Oh,
For
oh,
what?
I gotta do that.
The premium, no HUD. I mean, no ads with a HUD.
Oh, I don't have. Wait, do I have ads?
Mm-mm.
Get the boot version.
I don't have ads. Good. Can I get the ads installed? How much does that cost?
Can you transfer your license to me and I'll give you mine?
All
No,
right.
I like the premium with ads, though. That's what I want.
Okay. So you lay her down on the table, Declan. You said.
Yeah.
All right. You lay her down on the table. Carmen gets some things set up. Some machines move around. These mechanical arms above, and some restraints come up and make sure that she is restrained to the table. She just stares blankly ahead. Carmen jacks into the back of her head via the computer, into the back of the patient's head, and runs some scans. So, Declan, tell me about this girl. You said you were going to tell me more.
Just a second, so I can resetting my water filter real quick.
Eli, you there?
I assume you said he's eating dinner.
Okay.
All right. I sat down. Well, Eli knows more because he's the one that fiddled with the computer, but this it's weird to say I know her, but this ain't my friend. This is just a copy. But I came here mainly wondering if you could pull anything off or maybe get her in some working order to try to figure out just what exactly happened to her.
So you want her... Well, let's see here. She types a few things away on the computer, and she waits a few minutes. She kind of sits there. Her eyes are opening and closing. She's still very tired, and she yawns. But the computer beeps. And she looks. She says, okay, let's take a look-sees. I don't usually work on synths. I'm not a synth manufacturer. But my son is throwing up in my fucking lap right now. Where? Hold on. Where the fuck is the... There it is. Hey, buddy. No throwing up. Against the rules. Don't smile at me while you do it. That's fucking gay. Stop! Fuck! He's like a fucking waterfall. Sit up, brother. You don't throw up. Sit up.
I don't know if this is a respectable Ripper Doc anymore.
Why is that?
Just vomit everywhere.
Oh. Yeah, so, the computer loads. She says, alright, so typically synths are not my, patients, or working order, or expertise. However, I've acquired some knowledge over the years. It looks like her neural interface and cognitive social skills were not finished uploading. It says incomplete here. Looks like she is not developed by any company I know, so not a reputable one. This looks like it might be off the books. Looks like it was a private order by a company who's not listed. And her neural capacity was at 71% when she was unplugged. I don't have the original data to whatever her reasoning was going to be, but she does have 71% of it. I could try and get her up and running. If I do get her up and running, there's no problem. She will not be 100% herself. She'll kind of be like 70% herself, and I'm just going to have to make up the next 30%.
I believe Eli may have the rest. I think I think you like emailed it to yourself, didn't you?
That's what I wanted to try and do. Yeah, like basically like upload it to a Google Drive, send it myself.
You weren't able to get... I remember I said it would take a long time, so you said you were going to fucking... You got the other files in the computer, you did not get the neural uplink stuff.
Okay. Would it help here?
The files you have are like information on like who it was, where it came from, the company and stuff. So she doesn't have that info, but that's what you do have. You know that companies were like paying to have like what companies were involved and what was going on. So you know it was corporate involvement. It wasn't just like a gang doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is that what you guys would want? Is this like, are you trying to like have a sex doll or something?
Kind of look at
No,
that.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Well,
I got a call from her, said she was in some deep shit. I came over to try to help.
So, depending on how they made her, I can't speak to this. It's possible that whatever social interaction they've been uploading to her is completely unrelated and is, how do I say, factory default. She could be some generic woman who just looks like your friend. It's possible they pulled some information off of your friend before they did who knows what with her. And so it is possible she will be like herself in terms of interaction and personality. However, memories, know-how, what's going on and all that, no guarantees. At the very most, assuming they did pull stuff off of her own cortical interface, from her Neuralink and personality and whatever, she will act like your friend. She might have some distant memories, but they'll probably be created. She'll be a replication of your friend personality and how she acts, but I can't promise that she'll be able to give you an update on what's going on. But I can get her up and running.
Let's see off chances while she was in the pod, something was received. Ported. Think there's a possibility of that?
You said the off chance that something was received?
When she was lying dormant in the pod, if where know the proper terminology for a robot synth, sorry. If she was lying completely dormant, or if she, like a comatose human, would be able to hear the outside world.
That is possible. That would require me to do some... So there are safety measures in place. Synth should not be aware of that process, but I could undo them, possibly. It could completely damage this body, or it could possibly unlock some memories of that birth process, essentially. Think about that would be like if I went into your head and accessed memories of you being in the womb. It would be perhaps traumatic, especially if you found out you were created in a lab like this, especially with a type of synth that is likely meant to believe it's a person and not a synth. So, could be done, could cause some serious damage. But it could be beneficial.
Might be worth a shot.
Depends on where you stand on synths. Some people treat them like robots. Don't care about their pain, don't care about their interactions in life. If I'm being paid for it, I'll do whatever you need, but some people think that they have a consciousness and hopes and dreams and different things like that. So it depends where you stand morally.
I mean, I understand on both points. Frankly, I know this it's someone I've known dearly and has been a good friend and saved my life more than a couple times, but I do realize that this one's just a shell. If I'm being honest, I'd probably put one in the back of her head after this all said and done.
Well, credits are credits. You can do what you want with her.
But what would it cost to crack her open?
So this is a very complex process. But you want me to finish and crack her open? Yes?
I don't know if finishing would yield anything.
It would allow us to speak with her. Otherwise, she'll just be like this. If I crack her open without finishing, then she'll just be like this still.
Well, if you could crack her open, you'd be able to get the same thing as talking to her, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily. It would unlock her ability to tell us things. It's not exactly like a computer where I can just plug her in and read things. It's, I'd have to finish this social interaction so that we can get straight answers. I can disable lying, and I can disable other protocols and things so that you can get straight answers that you need. But she needs to be able to speak to us for that. Otherwise, it's just code. But
I'm tempted to just have you crack her open, but it may be worth trying to talk to her, especially if we can get the full download.
I'll tell you this much.
Find something that wasn't picked
Either
over.
way, it's going to take a while. It's going to. This is not a simple process. I'm building a person here, consciousness, or rebuilding. Especially if I'm going to be creating new data to finish her, or even just to crack her open. I have to go through a few firewalls. It's going to take me at least a day. I'll be completely out of business tomorrow. So, it's going to run you. Let's see. Eli, you back?
Yeah. Got
All
food,
right.
though.
Let's see. Synths are an expensive endeavor. Often these units are going to cost more than $1 million each just to build one. Now, most of the hard work is done. I'm just finishing the cortical processing and I'm being shut down for a day. So, to finish her, crack her open, I'd say it's going to run you probably 100,000 for the day. Now, Eli, I think we're good amigos, right? For Eli, I'll take off 10,000 for the whole thing. But you know what? Yes, I'll take off 10,000 for Eli, since we have some good business history together. So 90,000 for the day, a day's work of this process. That's before I factor in your drive, Eli. That's between you and me. We have to talk about that.
Now, here's a question. What if I'm able to get the full data?
If you can get the full data, it'll still shut me down for a day, but I mean, I could knock it down to 75,000. So I'm not doing any coding or processing.
I don't... Well, that's a bit out of my price range at the moment, but I will get back to you on it. I'll probably bring her back to my place, keep her there, and when I get the credits, I'll come to you and hopefully be able to obtain the data.
If you're going to come back with the credits, I'll start working on her now, so she'll be done when you do come back.
Well,
Does that sound agreeable? But you'll be on the hook for it.
I'd rather not, I would.
Alright. You do have friends here. Do any of your friends want to help you out?
Here, Declan, just take that offer, pay what you can, or what you will, doesn't matter to me, and I'll pay the rest.
Oh, it warms my heart to see Eli. What a cop.
I kind of give Eli a look of pleasant surprise. If needed, I can pitch in as well, and we can split the cost a bit more evenly.
Okay. We just want to split those credits right now.
107.5
How
for
much?
for every person.
Yeah, 175. You know what? I'll take my split and I'll just pay straight out of that. I'm not taking
Here you go, honey.
people.
Okay.
I do appreciate it.
So, we're going to go ahead.
What's the word here? I was gonna say I insist to pay, but if not, I totally get it. In the language before, here we go. Give pizza.
Well, I mean, it's up to you if you want to. I mean, with the full, if we split the credits 4 ways, I do have enough to cover the extra one. Oh, shit.
How much was it? What was the total price, Roach? Sorry.
The total was 75 grand.
She said 75 if you get the rest of the information, 90.
Yeah, 90 grand right now.
Okay.
Tell you what, it's a weird thing to be haggling over this. If I do 90 right now, you able to do anything about a neural upgrade for a pretty cheap cost?
I'll
Sounds
tell you
like
what.
a way around that.
That's easy. I'll throw it in. You still have to. Now I can't waive the price. You're not paying me. You're paying Siratech for that neural upgrade. But if you pay for it, you need the license for the update for the firmware. I will install it for free. Which that's going to run you without her. It's going to run you 20 instead of 30.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just drop the 90 grand right now. Actually, I'll give her half right now.
Okay. 45.
I can cover the other 45 then. It won't be
Okay,
bad.
thank you.
All right. You guys go ahead and transfer her 45 each for the 90,000. She smiles and she says, "All right, Eli, I'll give you a call when she is done, but you can expect that the day after tomorrow."
Okay. Thank you, Carmen.
Of course, dear. Take a cookie on the way out.
They're quite good, if I do say so myself.
I would hope so. I'm gonna have to make some fucking coffee because you woke me the hell up, but that's all fine.
Well, if
I
you're gonna
do
make some
apologize
coffee-
for our intrusion there. If it's any consolation, I would also be interested in that Neuralink upgrade at some point, but no rush there, and would be willing to pay full price, plus, a tip for all your continued hard work that you do for us. It is
Oh,
greatly
You're
appreciated.
so kind, Lila. And she gets up and she squeezes your cheeks together. She says, "So beautiful as well."
I give her an awkward smile while my cheeks are pinched. Yes, of course.
All right, well,
Thank you.
I'll get to work on this right now. I have to start. Declan, you don't care what I put into the other 30%, do you? She doesn't need to be like extremely horny or anything.
Preferably normal.
Fuck.
What
Alright.
exact? What? I'm sorry. What were you planning on originally doing?
I'm just going to make her functional, so she'll be regular.
Yeah, please, normal. I don't need anything weird, especially considering if at some point the family just wants the synth back. I don't think they want a sex bot.
All right. I'll do something normal. I just have to ask you, though. You are the customer. You're paying a good deal for this, so if you have any weird things you want done, I'm not going to judge you, but you claim it's for normal reasons and information, so we'll do it normal. Just double checking. But if you do want something weird, you can stay back and tell me in private.
No, it's no. Please, just normal. Like I said, this is. She was a friend of mine. She has a family.
All right. So she gets to work. You guys pay. You guys are good to go.
Should I? Sorry. Should I go ahead and pay her now for it, or just
Yeah,
wait
pay her
until
now.
come back in a day or so to do it?
Pay her now. That's what I assume you're doing.
Okay.
Oh wait,
is-
for yours,
it's pretty-
yours. You can wait.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, you can wait for yours.
Okay. Not that I don't trust her, but in case something happens in that day and a half,
Check
it'd
your
be nice
phone,
to
T.
have that 30K.
Cool.
Oh,
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I think we're all done here.
All right. Well, I will let you guys know when she's done. Funny thing, synths. So lifelike. She kind of just looks at the girl.
do we have NP here?
Yes.
Do we know
Know what?
that NP's a synth?
Why do you assume that?
NP's not a synth.
Never mind.
What's your highlight?
That's private.
All right.
I was mistaken. I'm
let's-
sorry.
Eli.
I thought that came up in conversation.
Eli's there, and he wants to. I need to finish with him, but for now, you guys go ahead and exit. And NP.
He stays behind for a second.
NP stays back to talk with Doc for a second. NP, you see as they all exit and the doors close behind them, and she says, "Oh yes, I don't believe we've met, young man."
Hold on. I just walk up to the girl on the desk and the table, and I just put my hand on her head, gently. Does this girl not have a soul? When the darkness flees and the light behind their eyes glimmer with life, do they not think? Do they not feel? Do dreams in an organic mind matter than those in a synthetic? Are they so different? I just look up at her and I hand her 25,000 credits. Give her happy memories.
She gives you a smile, and she
And then I leave.
she just nods. All right. What do you guys want to do right now before Eli? Eli has to talk to her one more time, and then you guys. What do you guys want to do right now?
I'm just gonna sit out and smoke. Offer one to Lila.
Oh, Declan, did you want to ask them about what's going on? By the way, I think you wanted to, but you haven't been able to. I'm not sure if you did.
Yeah, I guess I'm like, I assume I'm sitting around with Lila right now, right?
Yeah.
I guess, are we back in the car, or are we...
Well, I imagine we're like sitting down in like the pseudo lobby or on the steps.
Eli's talking to her inside, so you guys are just sitting like outside in the lobby or wherever you want to sit.
I'm here, but carry on.
Declan, you're sitting there with
so-
Lila.
You say you're from, Texas, no?
Born and raised, at least for a little bit.
Quite the, opposite direction from where I've come from. What was it like down there?
Mostly peaceful. Quiet,
Hmm.
considering my family's line of work with heavy machinery and mining, but miss it. I miss a lot of things, really.
Seems nice. What made you leave it behind? Was there really something here that's interested you so much?
I was a young boy. I didn't much have a choice in the matter. My family made a name for themselves with mining, and that's how we've made our living. Quite good at it, even. Had a little corp. The ISMC came out, saw interest, basically acquired the corp, pulled us in, and using what we knew, basically sent us off into the frontier. Basically prospectors.
That's very interesting. I would not have known that. Would you ever go back if you had the chance, or do you much prefer Angel City now that you're here?
If I'm completely honest, I don't know if I can go back.
Ah, I understand. Forgive me for pushing so deep on that. I know we just met recently. That was rude of me. So I do apologize there. But that is good to know.
Nah, it's quite alright. I'm rather an open book, but yeah. I'll hand her a cigarette if she wants one. And I'd pass her the flask.
I'll hold each in like a separate hand and like ponder both of them for a second, and I'll accept a quick sip from the flask and wait for a light for this cigarette.
Reach over with the lighter and light it.
What's in the flask?
It's just whiskey.
I'll do like a bit of a like a soured face for a second before downing it. Not what I'm used to, but not the worst. Do you drink often?
Quite often. Helps me sleep and helps me start the day.
I suppose we all have things that we rely on to press forward.
Bit of advice, but not a terribly bad one, at least. At least being back stateside, I get access to whiskey instead of nothing but vodka.
Stateside, you were out in Eastern Europe.
6 years.
And what were you? That was the prospecting or something separate?
Prospecting, I haven't been a prospector in over 16 years, but I was working under Ares over in Russia.
Oh. You're not currently employed by Ares, are you?
Not by Ares and not by the ISMC. I'm here on my own accord. Help a friend.
Oh, that's a relief. It's quite a long tale, but we're not exactly on the best of terms with Ares right now. Although I suppose at this point that it's not too bad. We're probably just nobodies to Ares, but back at Anatov, they were much our rivals. Much to my displeasure. We had many in an encounter with them. It always seemed that they were a step ahead of us, unfortunately. And in the end, it's what's cost me my job, amongst other things that went down.
Particularly crafty bunch of folks. Give them.
You said they are, or they're not?
Excuse me, it's they are.
I'm back.
Agreed. They definitely had some interesting tactics when we had to encounter them. They almost put an end to Akane once. I was not too fond of that, but I understand that they're just doing their job, so no fault to them or no ill will to you.
Really what it is. Business at the end of the day.
Yes, well.
Whether you're taking out a hit on someone in Night City or fighting through some metro tunnels.
Or left for dead in the desert.
Not terribly fond of the desert.
Not tons. Our last job didn't go too well. We were sent out west to the wastelands to retrieve a special device for Anatov himself. Ares was there, of course, and locals, some which were quite nice actually to talk to. Really good. Others not so much, not too friendly at all. We took a lot of losses, and well, those of us that survived on that trip were excommunicated, and we now have bounties on our heads. I don't know if Ares cares much, but Anatov very much wants us gone after such a blunder.
I don't quite imagine Ares cares too much. Anatov, though, they seem... Given they're the ones who sent assassins after you, and quite good ones, there's ones with bone.
No, I trust Ares at this point has just forgotten about us, and that's for the better. But yes, Anatov we will have to continue to attend with, so if that's something that bothers you, corporates, then maybe do be careful, keep your space.
Keep an eye. Ain't the first time I've been burned by a corpo. Probably ain't the last.
No, sadly not the last, I don't think. It will be nice though. Thanks for the smoke.
All right, Eli, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Carmen calls you back in, and she says, "So, this." She kind of pulls away from the girl for a second. She's this drive that you gave me, and she closes the door, and she tells you to follow her back. You follow her back to another room, separate from the actual Ripper Doc room. Looks like her office. She goes and she opens a safe and pulls the drive out. And it's like a it's like a chip, you know. And she grabs it. She sits down in her chair and she looks up at you, Eli. Now, we have a business relationship. You pay me credits, I do upgrades, I give you information. Okay, but I think fondly of you. You think fondly of me, that's why you keep coming back, right? You're like cookies. But what the fuck are you doing with this?
Trying to get me a wild card. Something to put on the table.
Well, you fucking have it. I don't even want this in my place of business. I'm going to give this back to you, and if you ever come back here, do not bring this with you. I don't want it anywhere near me. Do you understand?
Solid. But, do you mind elaborating why?
She looks at you. She says, I was going to charge you for this, but I can't be bothered. I just got paid 100 grand to do this girl, so I'm in a good mood. Right. This, every corporation is going to be after you when they know you have this. I assume you did this for corpos? Or
Yeah.
they're involved in some way? What happened? How did you find out about this?
Well, investigating the case that I've been on, I came across my way to join Mr. Anatov and his gang of goons. And this was one of the operations that brought upon us. From
Why do
there,
you have it? Why don't they have it?
Because I decided to take it. I wanted it. Because I thought that it might have some information relating back to my case. And it was an incredible lead, as I'm sure you can probably imagine.
I don't know what it has to do with your case, but you're aware of Siratech. You know, they developed the Neuralink, and they developed the CDs, the cortical devices, or cortical drives, right? Siratech is the biggest corporation on the planet. Maybe not in where they project themselves, but every person has a Neuralink, just about. And every corporal wants a cortical drive. A way to back up your consciousness? Are you shitting me? I would fucking kill for one of those things. I'm like 67. I'm gonna die in like 10 years, Eli. You understand that? But a corpo, 67, is infancy. Yeah, corpo's at 200, 300 years old already. Eli, on this drive, I don't know how they did it. It's a virus. It's the code for a virus that will infect CDs, those same cortical drives. This is a virus. I don't mean like an airborne virus. I'm talking about a computer virus that will undo immortality. Do you understand how powerful that is?
It's enough to kind of shake up the foundation, yeah?
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't want it anywhere near me at this moment. If you were to upload this virus to a CD, you could kill any corpo. The ones who were immortal, who were invincible. It's no wonder that you're burned the way you are. It's because they need this. They want whichever corporal gets his hands on this will immediately become the most powerful corporal in not just on Earth, in all of the colonies. This is, I mean, I pray that nobody finds out you have this. And if I was you, I would get rid of it. There's nothing you can do with it. She hands it over to you. I'm serious. And I'm not very serious usually. I usually have a light tone, don't I? But I'm fucking dead ass serious. This is a problem that you need to take to get rid of. I would not hold on to this. It's too much power for any one man to hold.
Alright. Sucks I don't have a box out in the middle of the desert to get rid of such a thing. I guess I'll reach my hand across and put it over after I get back.
All right. I'm not gonna charge you for that, Eli, but just be careful. I can't believe a cop got mixed up in this.
Yeah. Neither can I. Is that it?
Yep.
Alright. Cool.
Did we all hear that, or was that
No, it's
like
private.
an aside? Okay.
All right, Eli, you go ahead and leave, and you get back to the gang.
Okay.
Just as you come out, you see that Lila and Declan are talking and finish up a conversation and smoking together.
Are you I'll kind of wander over and are you guys okay?
About as okay as one can be. Starting to be pretty tired. It's been quite a day, but I suppose a successful one. How did your talk go?
It was nothing light, pretty heavy. We might have to talk, Lila.
Okay. When do you want to do that?
Now. And I'll
Oh.
wander outside.
I'll step out with him and flick away the cigarette.
NP, what are you doing?
Weren't we already outside?
We were
thought
in the lobby, I thought.
I thought you were in reception. Sorry.
I don't remember.
NP?
Mr. Palmer?
Hey, you don't know his last name. NP, what do you
Yeah, I do. He said it like 6 times.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Bust.
like, that's what Nick Palmer always says. Who's Nick Palmer? Me. I'm Nick Palmer.
NP,
That's
are
what I
you there?
say.
Oh, he's not there. All right, you go outside with Lila.
Okay. I'll kind of guide her back or follow up the alleyway back up to like the food stands, and I'll just kind of look a little glum, and I'll just, Lila, I just want to say I'm sorry. First off, for getting you, team, for letting you and everybody down back in Anatov the way I did, getting you sucked up into this. It was never my intention to get anybody hurt the way it happened. And now, sorry, go.
What do you mean? You signed up as a security guard, no? You had some motive, I'm sure, being an investigator, but you did what you could. I don't know where you were or what you were doing when all that went down in the wastes, but I understand it must have been important to you.
Not important enough to have everybody you know slaughtered and ruin your goddamn life. That wasn't my intentions.
Well, it's not
Too late now.
wholly your fault, but I do appreciate it still.
Just know that whatever happens next, whatever road you take, I'll be there. Right?
Well,
Whatever it is.
I really do appreciate that, and I do believe you, especially with all that you have done recently. You've certainly proved it. And it's tough to say, but if you're in a bind, you can count on me to help you out. I still don't know what all your scheming, but provided it's not something truly nefarious, I will stand by you and help you.
There's
Uh,
no scheming, there's no undermining, nothing like that. Remember the first talk we had back at your apartment about those missing girls that prior to working at I guess any of the strip clubs, worked for Anatov? Because you guys
I do.
did desperate business.
and you meant the best for those girls. And I hoped that you would be able to bring about some kind of peace for them and the families. So I do trust that you have good intentions in mind.
Lila, I'll just want to ask one more time. You don't know anything about those girls, about what's going on, what Anatov is doing.
I suppose there's no red tape to slow me down now. In fact, the opposite. They want me gone. So, the only information that we really had was what you would see going in on the shuttle. We would get briefed. There was a girl. Some corpo would have their way with them and then dispose of them, and we needed to clean up, essentially. It was the worst part of the job every time. I hated it, but it needed to be done, all for the sake of employment. Not that that matters anymore, but no pointedness to you there, just frustration. But no, those sometimes we'd get calls for those girls. They would overdose or other things. It was always always a corpo's fault, it seemed like.
And I guess I'll stop before we get to the top of the stairs at the alley, and I'll just turn to her, and I'll flash the drive that I have, or that I was given. Well, just real quick. Well, whatever Anatov wanted, whatever this is, it's the largest fucking kill switch a corporation is interested in. Take out CDs, Lila.
You mean to say that you've had that the whole time?
Well, I handed it off when we got back here after the first operation when things went awry. I wanted to make sure everybody was alright. I needed to make sure that there wasn't a virus on it that would absolutely just, wreck my system, and kind of happy I didn't tamper. So Carmen did
Right,
the work.
but that was the mission, Eli. I understand that you have other goals, but we could still very well be employed. What did you say was on it? I struggle to think that you would have kept this from everybody else. We could have been back, and Ares probably would have never showed up.
No,
How long have you
they
had
were
this?
there.
Did you find this early on?
Had it since then.
Well, what's done is done. Anatov made his decision anyway, and I don't think that would have changed much, even if we had the drive. It would have been nice, but they do throw us out quite easily, so... You said this can shut down CDs, though.
Yeah.
That's scary shit right there. You sure you want to hold on to that?
The only... well, it's not like I got a Pandora's box to exactly, store it and keep it safe in. And the only other place that I can think about that would be even possible to go hide it is somewhere out in the desert where we got it, deep in a fucking bunker.
If put into the wrong hands, this could cause a major upset, and one that might not bode well for us. But it could possibly be good for us, depending on how we use it. There are certain people out there that could probably do a whole lot of good with this. Even just the threat of corpus being taken down might help pull them back in line. They've gotten pretty unruly lately.
You're right. But, once the genie's out of the bottle, it's kind of hard to put it back in.
Well, this is true. We should definitely take our time, but there is always the resistance. I didn't get to encounter them a whole lot, but they, in a way, are my people. We could possibly go to them with this, and I think they could do a lot for it, with it.
thoughts. Going back to them, they've been good so far. The Lord knows, well, how they would react if they understood what was on it. They're already dealing with a radical problem with the resident. So it's reclusive. Sorry, what is it?
So, since you're both asking at the same time, the Vanguard is just an independent faction living in the wastelands who want to do good work. The Children of the Recusant are a radical militia group who seek the downfall of corporations, and the militia is the galaxy-spanning rebellion or resistance.
That's the one. That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
So the Children of the Recusant are the ones you met in the thing that you guys fought. They are like radical, though. They're terrorists.
They're like a radicalized subsect of the militia that aren't really attached to them anymore, but that's kind of like their background.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I was referencing was that the Vanguard had already dealt with people leaving their ranks to go join the Recusant because they didn't like what they were doing, I guess.
No, I think we don't take this back to the waste. They have enough problems out there, but we do go find the militia. I have not dealt with them before, but they do seem more benevolent than other factions would be with this kind of weapon. I do think that could be in our interest, beyond just selling it or disposing of it. What do you think?
I got a question, Roach.
Yeah.
Is the war still actively going, or is it more of a guerrilla war now?
It's a war. There's a front in Russia, in Ukraine, like kind of area. So
shut up.
They landed in Moscow. That's their base of operations. However, they have pushed out and created like a World War One kind of like front line, where they have like their anti-air batteries, and they have fucking trenches, and they have like pockets of underground and stuff. And so, given that they live out there, and where they're from and stuff, the militia is extremely adept at surviving in the wasteland and stuff. And so, the corporations are not so adept at that, and so they have a hard time pushing through. So, they kind of threaten the EU a little bit, but that's kind of where it's at.
Sorry, so where did the militia spring out from?
The outer colonies. That's where they started. They came to Earth to take the fight here.
Oh.
What's known about like their mission statement, I guess? Like what besides taking down corporations, like what else are they? Do they have obvious like goals?
Yeah, their goal is to reinstate the governments as the controlling faction, to take away the corporate like influence. They want to take down, because right now governments are kind of just there. They're almost like puppets, right? Corporations have such a vested influence in governments around the world and just around the galaxy, that like it almost doesn't matter. Like the NAU exists and the EU exists, but it's the corporations of the NAU that run the NAU. Like it's Ares and it's like other private companies that control like where like they build guns and they sell guns and they have the armies and stuff. The governments kind of just are law enforcement in their own countries, and they have some politics going on, but I mean it's corporations fight wars against each other with no say from anybody else, and they're barely regulated, and they control policy and who gets elected and stuff.
Okay.
Would NP have been to any of the outside colonies?
Yeah, you would have been to ones, especially like asteroid fields and stuff to go mining.
Would I have met anybody from them, or just like
militia?
Seen, yeah.
It is. I don't know where to go. Yeah, so probably not. Given that you worked for a corporation, you probably would have been pretty isolated. Where you were going was more You were like an experimental kind of division, so you were going pretty far out there, looking for like prime locations and stuff and scouting.
Also, I'm back. If you guys were waiting, I'm back. I'm just cooking, but I plugged into my phone, so
Oh, no worries. Where were we? Oh,
Okay.
So
Sorry.
suppose it's up to you in the end what you want to do with it, since you are in possession of it. But I do think taking this to the militia could be a good move, or perhaps just selling it to who we would deem most fit. But what do you think?
I'm not necessarily too keen on giving somebody the keys to the kingdom right off the bat, but we can't hold on to this the way we have it right now. So we're gonna have to, I think, try and find somewhere, obviously, to keep it low and just hold on to it for a second.
Sorry, I missed this. What exactly is it, by the way? Did we learn exactly what it is, or just that it's really important?
Essentially a
Kind
kill
of in
spread.
waves.
Yeah. Virus.
Right.
Like we the players know, but our characters are slowly finding out. Like at this point, only Eli and Lila know.
Oh, okay, okay.
So can spill the beans if you want to be in the loop or if you want to be surprised.
Yeah.
No, then yeah, just keep it whatever you were gonna do with your characters then.
Okay.
I just
I
didn't
think
know
you'll
if
find this soon.
I just missed like a key spot.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, we all
It
want
was
the
like a
Dairy
one-on-
Queen.
Nice. It's classic.
Yeah. Got
Yeah.
blizzards. In any case, we should probably look to get back to John's place for now. We don't really have anywhere else to go, and that seems like the best place to keep something like this for the time being.
You guys have
Would you
decided
agree?
to go to Declan's place.
Oh, that's right.
We could always change. But anyway, yes, you're right.
We could leave this at John's place. I don't think he'll be going back anytime soon, and it's abandoned, so it's sort of a hideout or a stash, I guess, for the time being. And we can go to Declan's from there, just in case we ever get tracked or anything like that.
We could also leave it with Nathaniel. He'd take good care of it.
Did Carmen tell me if there was like any type of tracking hardware on this? Like, did she mention that or want to mention that? Forget.
No, it's just like it just has the virus on there. That's all it is.
Okay. Also, are we healed? Like, did she patch us up? That was like also kind of part of the.
No, it's not her job. She doesn't patch up. If you guys want to get patched up, you can wait for the long rest, or you can go to a hospital. The hospital will cost you, I think it's 8,000 an hour, and then you'll get full health, or you take a long rest, which is like 8 hours, and you get half your health back. that
I
you're
can
missing.
also give us a little bit of love on a short rest.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if it's like scrapes and maybe a couple wounds, can probably take care of it.
I lift up my shirt and I show you a giant 50 caliber bullet hole. Can you help with this?
Just been holding on to that.
It's just like terribly bandaged, like Hello Kitty bandages all over it.
Oh,
It really
right.
is.
Okay. What was the last thing you said? Trauma.
Basically Lila suggesting that we could drop off
Oh,
that at John's old place because he's probably not going to be going back anytime soon, and nobody else will want to be there, right? So we could kind of use that.
But we don't know who else knew where John lived. It might have been just
Seems-
us, or it might have been someone else.
That's true. It seemed pretty secretive, but somebody else could know. But it seems like a good spot to just kind of drop a stash for now to kind of keep it there if we wanted to hide it.
There might be a possibility I can maybe get in. Maybe if there's a security system, because I'd imagine most places have a modern security system. Maybe I could boot it back up for the apartment, and I could patch into it through my pad, Peter. And we can just go from there.
Out of character, I want to interject. You guys are saying to leave it at John's place, right? The guy
Yes.
who just went cyber psycho, quote unquote, and just had a run-in with Max Tack, essentially.
Yes, that's
So some context.
Yeah, what's the
His
problem?
place is you'll see is not really his place.
True.
So we don't have to worry about Max Tack doing an investigation and going back to there.
No, I don't think we can rule that out.
Yeah, here. You know, can I I don't know, send John a text? I got his stuff, right? Pretty sure I do.
Yeah,
We were all on a
you
call and
try.
stuff. Hey, I'll just ask. Hey, you gonna be around your place anytime soon?
Message failed to send.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
He got captured and he's being interrogated.
Yeah, I believe in him though. He had a I'm gonna die before I tell you a fucking thing kind of mood about him.
If you don't want to take the chance with parting with it, you could just hold on to it for now until we find out what to do with it. In any case, though, we should probably tell the others so that they're in the loop and they might have ideas as well. But those are my two suggestions: sell or give to those people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you guys talking in private? Like, were we and Declan and I not here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought we were there. My bad.
You're good. I'll steer us back.
Down for telling MP, but I'm not too sure about the new guy. Do you trust Declan?
Hard to say. No offense to you at all, but it was really hard to get a read on you at first. He seems pretty upstanding, but don't know. It's probably best to err on the side of giving the bare minimum for details. It doesn't need to know everything, yeah.
Alright.
Not to say to keep him in the dark entirely, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
No. This much.
I'll tell everybody else and figure out where we're going from here.
Okay, sounds good. It's quite the case that we have on our hands now, but we can talk more later with the group. We should figure out income and all those lovely things going forward, because this is not quite sustainable.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for telling me, by the way. Yeah, this talk was nice.
Yeah. Problem. Thanks for hearing me out.
What's up?
Did you hear me or no?
Say
No, I
again?
didn't hear you.
I said thanks for hearing me out.
Oh. Of course. Okay, I'm gonna get water real quick. I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, MP. Well, I think while you were gone, I was saying you walk out and you see Declan is there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's sitting by himself though. He tells you Lila and Eli went outside.
I light up my my pipe. So, where are you from?
What kind of pipe is it? Just like a normal, just a pipe, or is it something? I feel like it's something fancy with NP.
I don't know. It's just like a normal wooden pipe. It kind of
Right,
looks kind of
David
grimy.
Jones.
You might have just found it in like a garbage bin somewhere.
Ah, it's not even his.
I'll be right back. You keep going.
Well, I'm from Texas.
Oh, where's that?
Quite a good ways east from here.
Is it nice?
Uh, nice enough. Definitely not tropical.
Why'd you leave?
Family got picked up by the ISMC and spent quite a few years doing prospecting for them across the frontier.
Oh, where'd you go? Like the frontiers of like in the asteroid belt?
A few, just planet to planet, just stake and claim, basically, trying to find if it's worth tapping for the ISMC.
You ever been to Calliopeia? It's beautiful over there.
I can't rightly say I did. It's mostly mostly planets with not too many inhabitants. Usually,
Oh,
at least.
There's no one on Calliopeia. It's one of the moons.
Yeah. Well, can't say I've been there, but I imagine the ISMC would visit there sometime.
Hey, you should ask my buddy Nathan Palmer. He'll take you there if you want someday. It'll cost you, but he'll do it. He's a great pilot.
I gotta ask, how many people do you know with the first letter of their name is N and the first letter of their last name is P?
If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. I guess 3 if you include me. Oh, kind of weird, eh?
Nick, Nathan, and I already forgot her name.
Wait, who's Nick?
Aren't you Nick Palmer?
No. I'm Norman Pates. NP.
Then who was Nick Palmer just a name you were using?
I've never heard that name in my life. There's a Natalie Palmer. Oh no, it's Natalie Parker. Sorry, my bad. Take that back.
Yeah, it was the
And-
name you were using when we were talking to that cop.
No, Nathan Palmer.
Nathan
is my friend. I don't know who Nick Palmer is. No, I told that cop my real name. You do not remember?
Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah, I told him my real name. You know me, straight as an arrow. Never done anything wrong in my life. I don't know about you, but you know that Eli is a cop. So yeah, you gotta be careful around him. He's a great guy, good guy, but you know cops kind of narcs.
Yeah, he's what, a detective, right?
Yep. So I think I haven't seen him. He was on a case for a little bit now, but we got kind of sidetracked with this whole thing. I'm writing a book about him, but you didn't know.
What kind of book you writing?
It's a mystery thriller. It's full of romance, action, intrigue.
Felt like a old world gumshoe novel.
Exactly. I'm a man after my own heart.
Yeah, interesting read. Although, I imagine you're bending the truth a little bit, right?
Not at all. I only write what I see.
You at least changing the names?
Nope. Everyone's name's in here.
I would.
Speaking of which, do you mind if I put you in my book? I've been asking everybody.
If you use a name that's not my own.
I know, use a fake name, but don't you want to have your name up in lights, be an action star?
From what I can gather about a lot of the stuff you're doing and what we'll be doing, I don't imagine is quite legal, and the fact that they're Anatov assassins after you lot.
It's always darkest before the dawn, you know. The truth will get out, and we'll be heroes. Well, not me. I'm not in the book.
Are you gonna put your name down as the author? Or are you gonna use a pseudonym?
Yep. Nick Patterson. That's getting right on the book. That's my name.
Sorry, what was that?
Nick Patterson. Let's go right in the book. That's the name.
I see.
Let's put that. What's your last name again, Declan? I'll just get that in there. I'm pull out my notepad. I'm writing down Declan. Or did you want a pen name? Did you want a star name that you could have?
You could say Tombs.
Declan Toombs?
Yeah.
I love it. You ever see that old movie Tombstone? Fantastic. And I write the name Declan Toombs in my notes.
What year is it? Like 23, 40, something?
I have no idea. I think so. That sounds about right.
What was the
The
question?
year is 3,763.
What was the year? I
2385.
was asking. Oh shit! I put a timer on. Fuck.
You left the stove on.
No, I was standing right in front of it. I just put the chicken and I forgot to put a timer on
Oh.
for it. There we go.
Oh, I hate when I do that. You're trying to guess, like, was it 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes past?
2 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 2385. Yeah,
it's
my
not Cyberpunk,
old
it's gotta be the
captain.
80s.
You know, yeah, my old captain. He used to have a whole lot of those old movies and old books. Not much to do when you're out there exploring space. A lot of downtime.
Sitting waiting. At least till the militia gets uppity.
Yep, I've only seen a few of them. They always seem like pretty nice folk, though. Shot at us once, but you know, it happens.
Yeah, not too fond of them.
Oh, you've had a couple run-ins with them?
More than a few. Yeah.
Oh, what were they
Well,
like? I've only ever seen them through a spaceship. What do you call it? Not window. Window. Say window.
Quite an angry bunch, not fond of corpos or anyone working for him. I'd hold up my cybernetic hand and show them that off.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Did they make that for you?
No, that's courtesy of the ISMC, but I got it because I'm attacked by the militia.
Oh my God. What happened?
We set up shop on a planet. We're pretty much getting all the mining equipment set up, waiting for the ISMC to show up to basically pick us up so we can move on. Militia forces came in, weren't too fond, and they hacked some of the security droids we had.
Is
Used
that,
those in the first wave of the attack, cut down a lot of the folks there, and then the militia themselves showed up.
Oh my God! All the stories I ever heard of them, they were just a nice bunch of folk. Always helping out the poor, fighting the rich, you know.
That's what they want you to believe. As far as I'm concerned, they're as good as the pirates out there, except they're out for themselves.
Did we all group up again, or are we still split?
You guys are together. They're just outside. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you guys should show up whenever you wanted. After you guys' conversation ended. Ooh, I do apologize about that. Then, my captain, he liked to make a couple dollars on the side, so we sold a couple Star Treks to the militia. They were always so nice, you know. Looking back,
Yeah.
probably wasn't a good idea.
You know,
Guess
I
we
like-
probably walked in on the tail end.
they like to keep a good appearance, but they always got a knife in their hand, ready to stab you in the back with back's turned.
Did you lose any friends out there?
Quite a few. Most of the security force I was there, they got cut down. Hell, I wasn't even part of the security, but picked up a gun to help, and it's how I am now.
See, I always knew when I first met you, you know, I had a good feeling about you. You just stand up and you help where you can. I definitely didn't think anything bad about you when we first saw you.
NP, I'm sure that you mean well with that statement, but you do realize how that comes off, no?
Above how?
No worries. Declan, you said that you were fighting the militia?
Good part of my life I have, yes.
It's fair to say that you wouldn't be too fond of them then. That does make sense. But now that you're out of your time with the ISMC, has your opinion shifted at all?
I'm going to show my left arm, my right arm. I'm going to lift my shirt. Just show off, like, barely any of my body. It's just left unmodified. No. As far as I'm concerned, every militia member should hang. But that's my personal gripe.
What model is that right there? And I point at like your left lung.
I don't rightfully know. Most of this was done by the ISMC. Yeah. They passed me up and I owed a debt, so I worked for them.
That would be quite understandable. She would be frustrated with the militia, to say the least, after that.
And kind of like eyeing all the wounds, I'd slowly do like a side eye to Eli.
I just kind of cross my arms and just kind of glance.
You Myron, bro?
You Myron. Don't be jealous.
God, I wish it was me. But Alright, well,
What were you guys talking about?
you know, stuff. Things.
Same with us. Good conversations.
Yeah, stuff
Good
and
people.
things are always good things to talk about.
Anything for the book?
Oh yeah, huge kissing scene. You totally missed it. Yeah, fucking huge.
And
yeah.
he just freaks out. Starts scribbling frantically into his notebook.
I didn't
no,
fucking
don't-
slap the notebook. I slapped the notebook. I slapped the notebook.
I knew it.
I
I
start
knew it.
trying to like stop him and I just give up.
And Pete pulls out his second one. He's going.
MP, I was joking. It was joke. You know what a joke is, right? Yeah, joke.
It's already on the page.
That's good for the book. I mean, the old woman in there said her daughter is fond of you. Come in on a rainy night.
Oh no.
Good,
No,
good
Oh,
setting.
this is perfect stuff.
No. I was
Rain
look,
coming
give him a
down on your luck.
Declan, any idea?
That's beautiful.
No.
Let's just start
no,
writing
no.
all that down.
You know, I'm starting to
Declan
think
2,
that
you're getting
maybe
reference in this book for sure. It's part writer.
maybe we should not leave these two together on their own, Eli.
Agreed.
Before we know it, we might have multiple novels about our lives. Some we might not even know about.
Even more fame, more wealth. You could be a star,
Guess what?
Lila.
I don't think I could use the fame right now, given the bounties that we share. But
You're more of an
some,
infamy kind of gal, eh?
No, I just I really don't want to be hunted right now. That's really about it. But some wealth would be nice to get us sprung forward. We're a bit out on our luck right now. This is all nice, but speaking of the rain, do you want to get out from the outside, get into the car, maybe head to Declan's place? Could keep talking while we do. As
Sounds
long
good to
as
me.
You're okay with it, Declan. I don't mean to impose. I do really appreciate the hospitality.
More than enough room for the lot of y'all.
You're good.
Um,
Where we at?
Roach, you missed a great part. Declan's adding to the book.
Oh, is he?
He's
I heard-
Co-writer.
I heard Toombs. Oh, he's a co-writer now.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now Lila and Eli are in agreement that we can't leave these two alone.
Did you guys take the liberty of going to Declan's apartment?
Not yet.
Oh,
We're about to
just
leave.
All
no,
right.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
just
do anything
agreed
about the DM.
I know.
How?
I know. I appreciate that. Cool.
Oh no, we actually solved the entire whole plot.
Yeah, we
gone.
took it
True,
upon
true.
ourselves
Oh.
to solve the whole plot. Declan was
Yeah.
crucial.
Yeah,
You should have seen that part where he held up that toddler at gunpoint. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was
Crazy.
nuts.
Which we
Crazy moments.
basically just agreed that we were like set to like start moving to head
Alright.
head there. So
You guys-
perfect timing.
You guys all
That
exit.
toddler had a nuclear detonator.
You guys all exit. And you make your way to
Yeah, I'll let you
Declan's
think.
place. Cool. You guys make your way to Declan's apartment. Declan, describe your apartment and place.
I gotta look in the book to see which one is classic.
As
no,
we're
we're good.
driving there, I flip through the different stations and soundtrack and tracks on the car until we get the GTA San
I know.
Andreas.
It's just
Dun, dun, dun.
Amazing.
June 2025. I think, unless that's. Unless that's
Actually, wait,
25th
are you
to
playing
14th.
music?
I feel like
Are
that
you
is.
playing music this whole time? You have. Oh my god, wait.
It's just kind of been like some chill ambience for the most part.
Yeah, I forgot about this. And this would have been great for
It is.
earlier. I would have gotten the mood. I totally forgot about it.
Oh yeah, it was helping. If my voice didn't start quitting on me, I would have been fine.
Well, I guess you
They
describe the
did?
apartment. It's fairly, I say, probably fairly nice. It's probably, I don't know, 8th floor or something. Decent enough view. It's one of the like middle of the road ones. Not too expensive, but not too fancy. Just right. I don't know how to describe it.
All right. As you leave, and go there, on the way there, Lila, you guys have to go past. You go right past the intersection where your mom's apartment is. You look off out of the window, and you can see the building. It's kind of like you just barely see it for a few seconds as the other buildings are passing by, but you see your mom's apartment. You know that she lives on the top floor, and you think about it for a second before you guys go take a trip to Declan's place. As he said, it's a relatively nice apartment that you walk into. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can do that, Zeno. Cool. You guys are in Declan's apartment.
What it look like?
It's a nice place. So it's not as nice as Lila's, which you got to see on her feed and stuff. Lila was living in a corporate provided apartment. Declan is paying for this out of pocket. So what zone did you live in, or district, Declan?
District 3.
3. So it's like a middle class apartment. Lila lived in like an upper middle class kind of place. She had like really nice furniture and a great view. Given her apartment was like, you know, over 100 stories high, right? Declan's, he's on like we'll say this is probably like a 15-story building. He's probably on like the 8th floor.
That's what I said.
Yeah, and so you go up there. It's like, it's similar to like to V's apartment when you guys first start in Cyberpunk. So you guys go up there. It's got like the hallways are so. There's people walking around. There is a lobby at the bottom floor, but it's that kind of open hotel floor plan where you can like stand in the lobby and look up at the different floors and see the clear elevator and stuff. And Declan's apartment is tucked away on the 8th floor. And as you go back there, past the vending machines and you pass some other things, you go in, and it's more of a it's not a studio, but it's close. As soon as you walk in, you can see his view out the window. You can see his couch sitting against the window and the TV tucked in the corner. You guys see that there is a bathroom and a master bedroom, and there's also like a guest bed in the living room.
Oh, where do we park the car, by the way? Does he have a parking space? Declan, do you have a parking space?
There's a
Yes.
public garage outside, yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure to park it there.
All right. But yeah, you guys are in his apartment. What you want to do?
Well, pet my dog.
You have a dog? Incredible.
Yeah, I have a dog. I told you about this.
You did. I remember. All right.
I said I paid a premium for an actual dog.
Is it kind
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, Declan's dog runs up well, Declan gives him a command. He doesn't bark. He sits down and Declan pets him. What kind of dog was it?
Let's say Basset Hound. It's just like goes in the show.
There you go, Basset Hound.
Sorry, what'd you say? Nice. Sorry.
Yeah, what you guys want to do? You're in his apartment.
NP is very apprehensive with the dog.
Okay.
Not a fan of dogs.
Never met a dog before.
He's friendly enough. Give him a few pets and he'll probably love him.
I like reach my hand out very carefully.
There's something ever so strange to you, NP. You've only seen synth dogs, and now that this is a real dog, I mean, synth dogs are real enough, right? But as you touch his fur, even if you're a little hasty, or I'm sorry, what's the word? Apprehensive about this, his fur is different. It's almost like it's softer. A synth dog has real fur, but it's rougher. It's more artificial. It's like turf versus grass. And as you reach out and touch this dog, it's soft and it responds in a way. It's just slightly different. And you can feel it in the way it reacts. But
I keep petting him.
You pet him, and he gets up to you, and he opens his mouth, and he pants.
He's so soft.
His floppy ears.
I just like pick him up and start rubbing my face against him. He's so soft.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Lila, you have Mochi, by the way. I kind of handed Mochi to you.
oh no. Okay.
Or you wanted to keep Mochi, I forgot.
Yes.
Okay, so she kept Mochi. Cool. I was right the first time.
I don't want to put Mochi in harm's way. I'll be fine just knowing that she's safe over there in the distance.
Okay.
I do admire NP's interaction with the dog, though. It's like a child finding a new toy.
What would you guys like to do?
Any of y'all want a drink?
NP says yes.
Lila,
Alrighty,
Eli.
sorry.
Yeah, please, a whiskey.
And I'll go in the kitchen.
yes.
Grab a few glasses, set them out on a table, and top each one of them up.
You see the bottle he pulls out is extremely expensive. You can see it, and this looks like it probably cost him like a couple grand at least.
My face just pales.
NP has no idea.
You don't have to go to such extents, but I do appreciate it. Anything sweet would be perfectly okay by me. This does not have to be nice per se, but that is a great gesture.
Well, if you don't like it, I'm sure you could probably find something in the fridge to your liking.
What is it?
What, the
That's enough.
expensive drink?
Yeah.
Also whiskey. Same thing you drank earlier.
Ah. I will ponder for a second and then nod and head to the fridge to examine its contents.
Alright, I'm gonna go change Kiddo. If you guys want to take a long rest, do that. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
You got a balcony?
Yes, I do. You free to go and sit out there if you like.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, I'll go sit alone or lean on the railing and smoke. And we'll have another moment like in John's apartment.
NP is going to
Everybody look
stand
over.
behind the glass and watch you and note everything you're doing down.
Long drags, deep inhales, smoke clouds.
Oh, the rainy city's a good backdrop for this scene, is he?
Perfect.
Oh no.
The rain washes away the smell.
I'm lucky somebody cut me off earlier because I was gonna say, oh yeah, we should suggest a threesome for the book.
Oh
The
no.
lights of the city flickering
my
in
book.
the distance.
My book isn't that kind of book.
Rancid.
There's only real love in here.
This
What
ain't
do
no
you mean?
cowboy
What do you
romance
mean?
novel.
What do you mean? It's all real love. I love them both equally.
My
Or
God.
which
I
one
thought
you
you were a better man
choose?
than this, Eli.
I'm about to
Whoa, whoa,
close
whoa, whoa,
the
I
fridge
am.
door on my neck.
No, please, wait. No, Lila.
Not
He
actually.
was he was heartbroken. His lifeless lover in his arms.
Are my polite bridge raiding adventures rewarded? Declan, do you keep anything in there besides like a jar of olives?
Yeah, it's full
Dude,
stock.
dude, you find no man, it's a hungry man. It's a fucking single
Full
man's
stock.
fridge. It's a single man's fridge. It's a hungry man. Leftover Chinese food.
Right. Expected the bachelor life that I myself live in, but in
That's
fact
right.
is a well-adjusted individual.
You pop open the fucking like the fridge and it's like expired milk or cream.
Fantastic. He's turning it into cheese.
Pretty much.
I will probably make a cocktail then with some not expensive ingredients. Jesus.
Also, I keep on thinking about the Anatov arc, and I'm just gonna let everybody know. I want to steal an AV.
That would be pretty sick.
That makes MP
I-
very happy.
I want to jack an AV, take it to the Wastelanders or to the Vanguard, have them strip it down for trackers and everything else that we don't need to make it lightweight, and then run smuggling missions for the Vanguard for guns and ammo to them from my buddy. Who's my friend? Sorry, my Darvin, the gunrunner. Because they operate. Because the Vanguard's interested in only guns and ammo, and maybe we can pay them that way for future gigs. It's like a thought process.
That's
This
a
is just
great
me
idea.
talking out my
you
ass.
have?
Pardon?
How many contacts do you have?
Well, I've wasted one, and I feel like he was killed because I had too many.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
that's how I took it.
to be fair, the contact he's talking about, though, the gunrunner, is what somebody we met doing like,
Oh, okay.
while playing. Not like a
Yeah.
previous contact.
No, it is a previous contact.
Oh, I thought the guy.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about the Russian guy at the.
No, Darvin.
The
Remember
Vanguard.
Darvin? No, remember the guy that came up and met us by the docks with the truck and the van?
Bro, he's
and-
just pulled the names left, right, and center. You remember Joe from Billy's Place, right? You remember Tyrone from out back at the
Okay.
Stallone. Stallone
No,
bar,
NP
right?
is bad with faces.
All right, I understand now. All right, well, shortly after everything, I think I ran us out to Carmen first because I wanted to, do everything we wanted to get Lila set up. This was like Lila's prologue. It was like Cyberpunk, exactly the prologue.
Oh, yeah.
Time skip. And so we went to get her chromed up. Then we went to go get weapons, right? So whether if we remember or not, we went to a warehouse down by the docks to meet up with my friend Darvin, who was a little sketchy, but he gave us
that's
the guns,
right.
right?
He was the
Where-
guns.
Yeah, so there was him, and he had two bodyguards, and he left, and he had like a prototype weapon, and John wanted to kind of strangle him, and I was like, in the back of my head, please don't. I like my people.
I remember
like my
that.
contacts.
I was pissed off
Um,
during that. And I put the presses on him, and it worked pretty well.
Yeah, it was right after. Well, it was right after the gig, and I mean, I think I reignited those embers slightly, and I missed mean to. It's not what I want.
I think MP was there for that, but
No, everybody was
it
there for that.
It was the shopping
Everybody
episode. MP missed it.
Yeah.
oh, I missed the shopping episode. Okay.
No! Oh, fuck! You're right. Yeah, you're right.
That makes sense. I just don't remember it,
but-
but he wasn't there. That's fair.
There is still two people we've yet to meet, and I can't wait for you guys to meet them because it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait. I can't
Well,
wait
I
to
have
meet you
another
guys.
friend with another name with N and P in it.
So did you
I wish
guys?
it was like that.
What'd you guys do while I was gone in the apartment? Just talking, drinking.
We I made a cocktail there out on the balcony. NP is writing fanfic. Yeah, about what you'd expect. And then we were discussing out of character gun smuggling, which actually sounds really fun. So now I'm torn.
I have so many things that I have things planned. I got ideas.
I too have ideas, but I'm waiting to see where things land to see what path makes the most sense.
We do have to kind of get out of this prologue here to figure things
Y'all
out.
are out, man.
a little
You're
more.
out of the prologue. Y'all got out when you got burned.
What?
All right, you're in Act 1.
That's
Oh,
fair.
Okay.
I guess it's up to
well
us
then-
to decide then. So this would be a good time for that sit down and figure things out. I'll be right back though, real quick. I'm so sorry, Doc. I'm stuck with you.
I thought that was him with
Son,
the kid
what
for
are
some
you-
reason.
what are you-
That was hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's his cat, not my kid.
The weird sounding cat, man.
Yeah, I said something off topic. I didn't know we were in the first act. Anyway.
Well, I
Hopefully
mean,
we
to me,
get
that's
to
what I
the
consider.
second act and things, and hopefully we get to the second act and things calm down because what I was just told, I don't like the.
Oh, see, I knew we were in the first act because we weren't tied to anything anymore. You know,
Well,
you
no,
get to
you're
freely
right.
roam.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. And then I got this fucking curse on us.
Hey, so one man's curse, another man's blessing.
I didn't know this music was playing. I'm so pissed that I didn't hear it during the whole conversation with Lila. I'm actually upset.
Oh yeah, it was perfect, dude. I liked it. I thought you did hear it. It matched.
I want you to know that I didn't even go off of whatever I wrote down. I had to come off, so that was both unfortunate, but that worked out. It is hot as fuck in my room.
Declan, your dog comes out and he's like, he's always near you. You know, he like sits near you and stuff.
I'll be back.
Declan, is there anything you
Well,
wanted to do while you're in your apartment?
Give me just a second. Do I have like anything on the like current what's going on with the roads, or just the text?
Anything going on with who?
Rose.
Oh, that's all. So you got those text messages, and so you got the first one right, and you guys interacted in person or on the phone, like for real. She gave you the lowdown and stuff, and then in the middle of all of it, you know, a couple days later, you got the next one, and that's the last time you heard from her, before you went out. And so, what did I date that one? The second one?
It's up in our DMs. Look. Uh, 2/8/23/85.
Yeah, so it is. Let me think. It's probably fucking. I think it's probably like I don't know the exact date. I have to go back and think about it. It's probably like 2/12, or something like that. Because it took you a little bit to figure out like what you needed to do or where you needed to go.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the last you heard from her though. Was that message? It was a voicemail. Like it sounded like she was running from somebody, and you kind of just heard
Yeah.
you know, a scuffle. You have any more questions on it?
No, I guess with that, since I don't really have any like a file or anything, I'll just probably just feed the dog,
Okay.
and then go have a seat with the others.
I think everybody's actually gone right now except for MP. You here?
I'm here.
Zeno? Gone. Lila's gone. Okay. MP, is there anything you want to do right now?
Hold on. I'm in the middle of doing something.
I'm
Finessing
back.
something right now with food.
Okay. Lila's back. I think we're trading on Xena. But Lila, you mentioned to sit down?
He was also in the middle of raiding the fridge.
Hey, come here.
Oh yeah, I managed to make a cocktail, I believe, after finding some things. Not expensive things, because Lila would not want to drain expensive stuff. But yeah, the idea was we get cozy, have this long rest, and scheme about our next move because we have a lot of options.
I'm gonna put that right into my bowl. Then you have the other half, as you want.
I'll have the other half.
No, I was talking about. I made salad, but I'm putting half of it into my. I'm making a Greek bowl for myself.
Nice. Oh, Roach, question.
Yeah.
How much does Lila know about the streets, having her past, her upbringing?
It's been a while. So
I guess add something to it.
you went to school.
With me lime.
With your sister, she was more involved in it, and you were kind of following, right? And you kind of grew up in a neighborhood like that, but your mom and your dad worked very hard to make sure you weren't like that. And right about after the whole thing with your sister and your dad, your mom started making a lot more money, and she started to get promoted. And that's kind of when she started to get you guys out of there. You guys didn't stay around that apartment for obvious reasons, and you guys went up in the world. Your mom kept making more money, and she just kept doing better over time, and sent you to school, to college for your medicine, where you met Akane. I mean, pretty much from that point on, basically, you've been out of that life. So you haven't really been doing that since you were a kid. So you're very disconnected from it at this point, and
That's
it's
fair.
almost a little
But the
jarring.
time that was
Yeah.
Oh, so the time that was spent, while they are childhood memories, at least never really got burned too heavily, right? And she seemed like she enjoyed it.
Like what you enjoyed being with. That's up for you to decide. I interpreted it as you enjoyed being with your sister, and you enjoyed what she was doing.
Right.
And that's where you got your
Okay.
I want to take care of people thing from. And that's the passion you pursued.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so I kind of figured it wasn't for her. It was something that her sister enjoyed and something that you enjoyed being with your sister. That's how I interpreted it. But that's for you to decide as Lila.
Okay. Just getting ideas, just thinking. I'll wait for everybody to be back then.
I think we're just waiting on Zeno.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to
I
figure
guess
out the
while we
date.
wait-
Yeah.
Are we doing that long rest for sure, either way?
I mean, so long rest. I'm using the normal one, so I assume you guys are gonna sleep soon. So I'll say yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be half your health back. Let me double check.
Half your max or half your current?
Half of your current missing. So if you're missing 10, you get 5 back. Missing 30, you get 15 back.
So basically, you can never get full health back again by resting. You have to go to a hospital or heal up some other way.
Okay.
You can. It would just take a while, until you get to that point where you're missing 2, and you get 1. You're missing 1, you get 1, because it rounds
Ah,
up.
but wouldn't you get half? Oh yeah, fair enough.
Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
Okay, so
There you go.
I heard about a sit down. I have been thinking about a plan, but we'll go into that when we do.
everybody sitting down right now?
Okay.
Okay.
Do we
well,
do you want to do the long rest real quick just to get that knocked out and then kind of keep going?
sure.
We'll just say it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it's gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen, so everybody take
Okay.
half your health back.
If it's an odd number, do we round up or down?
Up.
Up.
What
Okay.
would be- wait, so like half of 8.
So how much health are you missing? You take half
9.
back. So if you're missing 9, you get 5 back.
Then on top of that, you guys, we all get you get a flat 6 from me as well.
I'm good. I'm at full health.
Ooh, a flat 6.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take fucking this with a flat. Oh, that I'm back up. I fucking love Lila.
That's
Ah.
Eli NP knows. That's why it's in the book.
That's it. Get out of my head. Get out
That's
of my
why
head.
he's on
get
the
out of my-
balcony. He was contemplating after the threesome of who he really wants. He decided
Yeah.
it was Lila.
We'll
Then
bang.
she, then she
Okay?
came out and bandaged his wounds.
Lila, we'll bang. Okay.
No.
He means gangbang. That's what he means.
A true to the streets.
As long as NP can watch.
We'll be gangbangers. Wait, not that kind of gangbang. Fuck!
Serving.
Dear
All right,
God.
I got the stuff updated. Okay. I just wanted to do that because then I was gonna forget, and then my sheet was gonna be a mess, and I've cleaned it up.
Okay, I got mango juice and tea. Let's go.
Oh.
We get all of
Now you have a
our
mango
stuff
tea.
back, by the way.
I wish.
What'd you say?
We get all of our stuff back. Oh, wait, I didn't use anything. What am I talking about? I don't have any special abilities.
Yeah, it's a long rest. That's up. It's up to your character.
Okay.
But you get any hit dice you
Yeah.
spent back.
Okay.
Up to a number of dice equal to half the character's total number of them. So never mind. Same thing as the health. You get half of those back.
I never understand how hit dice work. I think I might just be rotted.
Yeah.
Basically, you just get a roll. Like, if you're level 3, you get 3 hit die. And if your hit die is a 1d8, or because you're a medic, or 1d10 because you're a medic or whatever, then when you short rest, you can use any number up to 3. But then you don't get those hit die back to use again. Like if you use 3 in the first short rest and you short rest again later, you don't have any hit die left, so you can't get health back.
Yeah.
Okay, that applies here as well. Okay, even though we have like the hospital stuff. Okay.
So
No, the long rest doesn't use hit die, right?
it's only short rest that uses it. Long rest is
Only short rest, long rest don't count.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can't use it in a long rest. That makes sense.
Well, you don't want to. You don't have to.
yeah,
That's
you
fair.
can't. It's you get them back. So, but I looked it up. The clinic is 5,000 for every 8 hours. A long rest is 8 hours. So, one long rest will be 5,000 at a clinic,
Fuck that! I am the clinic.
and you get all your health back.
Nice.
And hit die, right? I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
but that works. Yeah, okay. Let's see, that's a hard reset then.
Yep.
Okay.
But okay. So you guys are gonna be back up, but you're at the sit down, or you guys have all sat around a table, kind of, in Declan's place.
Okay. Okay. I suppose it's fair first to lay out what we have right now, where we're at, and then I guess decide what we want to do going forward. Right now we've got Declan's place here, which thank you again. We do have a set of wheels, so we can get around. Guns and ammunition are fairly plentiful, I think we can say. We're good there for the most part. Things other than weapons, though, in terms of combat or day-to-day, utilities could be nice. Maybe smoke grenades or extra first aid kits or just stim packs, bandages, things like that. Medical would always be appreciated, just to make sure I can patch you all up in a pinch. Besides that, I think that's all I can think of gear-wise. Money, we did manage to get some creds, so we're doing better there. Could always use more. So I think we're doing okay overall. We're at an okay start, but we're at a crossroads. We do need to decide what we want to do going forward, I think. Obviously, we're not employed anymore by corporation. Us three with Anatov, Declan, you with it was Ares and,
put a little bit of this in and put yogurt in it.
ISMC, I believe. So work with corpos does seem to be out of the question, and I don't think I have any trust right now to even try that to any degree. One thing I have been contemplating, I do want to hear your thoughts. We did have a run-in with a certain Vincent after Anatov betrayed us. He did seem to be a little suspicious, but he did help us for a strange price. But he did offer us work, a gateway into more of a street world. I don't know how I feel about it too much, but I would be willing to say that I'd be more keen on trusting that side of things right now. Obviously, you can't trust anybody, but thoughts?
Well, I'm happy somebody brought up Vincent, because I was going to bring him up. I think he's articulate into a lot of things, as well as a huge asset. I think he's got a lot of, well, I don't know, just playroom in the background to be able to help us out to, well, I guess we'll have to see what services he can offer. But I'm hoping it's on the more digital side, maybe being able to stall out columns out of the building and stuff like that. So if we ever had to, I don't know, I guess I assumed we want to go after Anatov, right? I'll just say this right now. Is this your plan? An idea? Because we've got to clear up our heads. This bounty.
Yes. Either. No. I think at this point,
Anatov needs brought down. He's going to keep after us. He desperately wants that prize of his, and he'll chase us until he finds it one way or another. I do think we need to take him down, whether with violence or through other means, just render him no longer a threat and not have to worry about the bounties anymore.
In short form, yeah, I agree that I think Vincent would be a huge asset. Let's leave it at that until we want to discuss further.
Okay, that's an option then. I think if we do well by him, he'll do well by us, at least to start. Perhaps we could be independent after a while, but we could at least get a footing with him. Any other ideas? Is anybody opposed to taking an approach of working more on the streets?
I mean, as in just padding our pockets so that we have a little extra Play-Doh to help with this?
What?
Hear me?
What was that? No, I sorry, I didn't.
I said, besides just getting a little extra padding for our wallets, to have some extra Play-Doh for this, in terms of taking down Anatov.
I suppose so. Or avenues of information. I do think a little. Well, I do have some things that I wanted to pursue. So somebody that could point us in right directions would be nice. I do think Vincent would be one of those people, but there could be others as well.
Yeah. If we need more guns and hardware, I can get us in contact with Darvin again. We'd set up another location, another spot. And I'll, well, we'll be cautious. It's the last time. But I don't think he'd betray us. Anyway. Is there anybody else that we want to get in contact with? What about the Vanguard?
They do seem trustworthy. They are a little far. I don't know how we would reach them. We don't have an AV anymore.
I have
But
a
if we
solution to
can-
that.
What? That's...
I got a friend with an AV.
He's okay to do it again?
As long as we pay him, for gas, and maybe a little extra, I'm sure he'd be down.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
no.
see him
How
go
much
way
does,
back.
How much does jet fuel cost?
How much does jet fuel cost, Rhodes?
You're probably looking like to go back out there. You're probably looking like anywhere between 5 and 10 round trip.
That's not too bad.
So 5 and 10 round trip should be there and back. Maybe a couple, 2 more to pay him for his time. Could probably
that
make
seems-
a good profit.
Seems generous. We could buy and sell with the Vanguard, build up reputation, maybe do work for them as well. They seem like really good people, just not with the biggest influence, which is okay.
Hang on, do I still have... Oh, I do! I hope I have to have that. I still have the sat phone, right? It's in my inventory.
Where'd you get it from? I think they gave it to you,
I got
didn't
it
they?
from the... Yeah, I
you
got
still
it
have
from the Vanguard.
Yeah, you still have it.
Yeah!
Well, doesn't that just work out just fine?
Yeah, well... can ring him up anytime, but that's just one more person on the table. Anyone else?
Bring who up? The Vanguard or somebody else?
Yeah, the Vanguard.
Okay.
I have a sat phone that basically links right back to them, or at least allows me to contact them. It's like I'm assuming if there was a number programmed into the phone, it's that one. But anyway, beyond that though, like could also call upon my friend Grover from the precinct. He might be able to run comms on the precinct to see, to basically track response time, right? But that's for later when we start doing planning on that, and we'll leave it for that. So, yeah, I agree with Lila, though. You want to basically just do some extra work, grab some extra cash so that we have some Play-Doh to set up for this, and basically set up a reputation. So, between the Vanguard and Vincent, right? Either or of those.
Okay. Idea. Short term, we can perhaps set up a weapons shipment with your friend Darwin, I believe. With that, we can stock up on our own personal supply of ammo and weapons and other things that we need. Does he sell things like grenades and whatnot too, or just weapons and ammo?
Yeah, no, he's got it.
Okay. So we could start by being smugglers for him, and could run that to the Vanguard, build up a good reputation, talk to them. Maybe the Vanguard has information on Vincent or other people to kind of give us some context before we go into it. If the whole weapons shipment thing works out, I suppose we could end up becoming our own arms dealers, if that's something that we want to look at. That would bring us independence.
Roach.
Yep.
How much is 50,000 Wong Longs? Is that like considered a lot, or?
I mean,
well, a
for
lot, quote unquote. I don't know.
For your average person, yeah. But like in the world you guys are looking to get into, I mean, that kind of money can be thrown around pretty easily.
What can that secure me in terms of ammunition? Do you think from Darwin?
Welcome back.
Let's see. In terms of ammunition, let me look. Regular ammo or like the special? So regular ammo, you're looking at like one bullet for like 10 mil is gonna cost like 50. I'm sorry, one magazine, like 50 credits. No, is that one round? I think it's one round. Yeah, one round is 50 credits. So let's say you had a 10 round mag, cost you 500 credits for ammo. So let's say for rifles, you guys got 5.56. Every mag is gonna cost you about 1,500. So 50,000, you could get like 50 mags, 50 times 30. So you're looking at 1,500 rounds of ammo. Of 5.56 with that. 1,500 rifle rounds. That's the most expensive. So plenty more 10 mil rounds. You know that there's also the special ammunition. Let's see. And then as far as fucking other things like grenades and shit, you got like let's see. Grenades, you probably buy, you can, it's like maybe one grenade with that. Or a couple, maybe two, depending on what the price Darwin gives you. What else are you looking at?
Okay.
Guns, not
Okay,
really, but ammo and
so-
stuff, yeah. You can buy a fuck ton of like bullets.
You said 1,500 credits per mag of 5.56. How much for a grenade? 1,500 for one grenade.
No, a grenade's like 50 by itself, 1,000.
Oh, 50,000 for one. Is that just like frag grenade?
Yeah, frag grenade.
Okay. What about ones like flashbangs or smokes or
They're a little more
like just other
expensive.
types?
So Darwin gives Eli better prices. This is market price typically, but that's because Darwin thinks that Eli still can get him off the streets with the cops. So if he finds out that Eli doesn't have that pull, then it might go up. But smoke grenades, you're looking at a little bit more expensive than the frag, probably like 75. Flashbang, same thing. There's EMP grenades, that's gonna probably be double. That's like, because this kind of stuff is not legal. So when you're buying fucking explosives, it's a lot more expensive than you are with bullets.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of pricing to keep track.
But yeah,
Okay.
Cool. I've put the notes in. Would it be fair to say that a mag of 10 mil would be like half the price of 5.56? It's not as effective, or would it actually be similar in price?
it's 500 credits for a. Well, how big is your mag? That's it. It's 50 credits per round. 10 rounds of 10 mil is 500 credits.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys have
Okay.
10 round mags, but so looking at about 500 per mag. There's also accessories and stuff. You have like suppressors, extended mags, laser
got a question.
sights, weight reduction. Yeah.
Does he have gas mask filters?
Yeah. You can get some if you let him know.
Okay.
Oh, good point.
So, my thought process is we kind of assemble a small care package, pay it forward. I'll pay it, put about maybe 68,000 into it. We'll get them a combination of rifle ammo, gas mask filters, grenades. We'll set up a transport at a undisclosed location with MP's contact. Load it up on the AV. We'll run it out there, and we'll start a proposal between Darvin and the Vanguard, and then we'll go from there. The Vanguard doesn't operate with any type of currency, though, so we got to figure out what exactly can he give. They give, really.
You remember
You only run ammo. Oh, what?
yeah, the Vanguard deals in bullets.
Which is exactly why I want to bring just ammo and stuff. But what can they do for us? Or what can they do?
Information.
There is information, you're right. Or just other ops and other things.
Or just favors, yeah.
I mean, hell, there could be other caches out there that, like, I guess Darvin could reap on to do. I don't know. That could be something, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think that this is the plan, and I'm okay with it.
The
68,000 for me.
The Vanguard's pretty open. I think we could have like a pretty transparent dialogue with them. So we could give them the care package, maybe have like a little bit of extra stuff on the side if they want to haggle. And then basically just chalk it up to like good faith and maybe like a favor, or if they like find any information for stuff around them or on individuals, they share it and we just keep supplying them as we're able.
Yeah.
Then if they do find like a cache or they have something, we could split it with them. They take some and we take the rest back to Darvin to basically sell to him maybe, or we find other contacts to sell to, like Vincent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. How are we going to get the goods from Darvin to the AV?
Well, I was
Or
hoping
can we
that
count on Darvin?
So Darvin, I think, can deliver. It would just depend. This is where coming up with a location is going to be tricky. So that'll be it.
Oh, sorry. This is mostly in character. I'm just losing my voice, so I can't really do the voice anymore.
I think he should be able to deliver to us, but if not, we'll just set up a location, or we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. I'm sure he's flexible. Plus,
okay,
trying to start some business for him, and so he should be thankful.
Lila.
Oh.
Go away, robot lady.
Yes, Silva.
May I project onto the table? I found a form I find suitable.
You found a form? A corporeal body?
You gave me access to the internet, and I've been searching for a corporeal form to represent myself in terms of connections with the others. So if I may, I will manifest to give my thoughts on the matter.
Of course. Forgive me, I did not realize that was feasible for you. I thought you were limited to more inanimate objects.
Of course,
please, do go ahead, Silva.
When you gave me access to the internet, it opened up many boxes for myself, and I've been busy scouring through the network. It's not customary for an AI to have access to this much information, but I do appreciate you letting me branch out.
Of course. I'm sorry for being a bit radio silent. It's been a bit busy, but I'm sure you've been keeping tabs. But go ahead, take the floor. Go ahead and share your findings.
Silva, then, Declan, you see as one of your machines next to the TV flickers for a second, and then projects an image of Silva onto the table. You guys see this. As she is a hologram, she's, probably standing about 12 inches tall, and she stands up onto the table and looks around.
Greetings. In regards to your proposal via this gunrunner for the ACPD officer retired Eli, I must give the probability that it should be considered. This contact of yours, much like your previous one, Corbin, could be compromised by the information previously presented by Anatov, given the bounty and high price. It is likely he had not been aware of it beforehand when dealing with you, and it should be taken into consideration. Vincent's offer was connections such as these via himself, with guaranteed that they would not be aware or pursuing said bounty. It's up to you if you wish to pursue this option. However, I thought I should make clear the risk. I give it a 44% chance that your friend, contact, Darwin, is compromised by this point and will be persuaded about the monetary compensation you'll receive for turning on you, similar to your friend Corbin. Although it is quite likely Corbin, in addition to monetary compensation, was forced via the scene we witnessed at his garage, including his dead employees, who were systematically executed in pains by Anatov employees, matching the footprints Eli discovered.
I got a question.
Shoot.
Does Darwin know Corbin?
No. These are guys you just made
Okay.
connection with
I was wondering-
separately.
I don't know if you would ever know or anything like that, but okay.
At
Thank you,
that point, that's almost a coin flip. Very risky. But it is still a good plan. Do we know if Vincent could offer a similar... what's the word?
But I just lost my train of thought.
My capabilities were limited during your interaction with Vincent, but if I recall through your memories, he did offer a system of connections similar to the ones you now have via his own men. This would, I assume, include arms dealers and other things, or he could set you up with connections that are percentage-wise safer.
Silva.
Yes, Officer Eli, retired.
You don't have any other spare information on the character Vincent, do you? Is he like what are they called? Shit. A fixer? Or something in those works?
The internet does not give me information on Vincent, neither does his previous interaction. However, taking logical data collected from Lila's memories, I would say it is likely he is a fixer of some sort. He seemed to have connections in hacking and net running, given the technological state of his employees and his establishment. Given his offer of setting up with jobs, I would say it is more than likely he is a fixer of some capacity, if not simply an underworld boss, for lack of better terms.
Okay. Thank you, Silva.
She dissipates back to Lila's mind.
Where does Silva get her archives on us.
Where does she get her what's now?
I guess her input on us. I'm just surprised she has that extra little bit of information about me being an ex-cop, but I guess it doesn't really surprise me too much. She probably got it from Anatov's fucking storage or database.
Probably same way, yeah, that Anatov found it, and that others are finding out about it as well. She's got perception through me and through the internet, so seems on top of it. Thank you, by the way, Silva. That was insightful.
Roach.
Yep.
Were we given a way to contact Vincent?
Yes.
Oh, we were?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Cool.
Do we remember?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He gave Lila a card.
Oh.
Oh, a business card.
Yeah, it appeared to be blank, but he told you to think about his offer and give him a ring.
Well, if we feel up to it, then it seems that Vincent would be the safest bet, and we can find our Darwin there to procure weapons and do a run to the Vanguard with. And we could possibly do smuggling for those arms dealers for other clients as well, once we get settled in.
Alright. Sounds good to me. NP.
Sorry, was just smacking on some food there, so I can turn my mic off.
Those wings are busted.
Can you get in contact with your friend and ask him if he's okay with running such a operation?
Oh yeah, of course. I just ring up Nathan. Nate.
I'm eating 1 second.
Oh, he's eating right now. Give him a sec. Got him during dinner. Kind of rude of me, actually. Should realize it was 6 o'clock.
It's like 12:30, but he immediately picks up. He immediately picks up the phone as you ring him, and he. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you this time of night?
I'm doing fantastic. We're just hanging out with a couple people, having a few drinks. It's pretty good.
Well, what
are you up to right now?
I was just sitting here staring at the wall.
That sounds like a really good night.
Well, I was just thinking about a lot of things, going through my day. And I'm not one to really sleep, much like yourself, buddy. And, but yeah, what do you need?
Oh, not much. I was just thinking we were going to run some arms for one of the rebel groups out in the wastelands, and maybe one of the fixers, the big, crime lords.
What do they need with
arms? Do you want to get involved in that?
Where are you getting these arms from? That seems kind of grotesque.
Are we running? Oh no! Oh yeah, sorry, Nate. I should have clarified there. That's my bad. We're not arms as in people arms. It's guns, grenades, ammunition.
Oh, well that makes a lot more sense. I thought it was maybe some weird custom they have here. I wasn't really gonna ask questions, but
yeah, Angel City. It's a crazy place.
Oh yeah, I know. Ever since I moved here, after working, it's I don't know what to expect. They pay for sexual relations with women?
That is absolutely crazy. I thought you had to just do it. I thought you had to pay, but I didn't realize you just paid money. I thought you did go pay for dinner and then maybe a movie or something.
Exactly. The customs I had read about are much different than those that are present. But anyway,
yeah, this is
running weapons.
Out of the movies we used to watch.
Well, are we running back to that same place where I had to kill those guys?
Yeah, probably.
I'll be honest, buddy, that was a lot of fun. And
I thought you'd like that.
It was a lot of fun to fly. And man, I really hate my current job of just flying people for normal money. So I'm gonna say yes without sufficient information. And it may be a risky thing for me, and I should probably think about this more, but I'm good to go. I'm really just in it for winning it. It is going to cost you, of course. It is expensive to fly like that.
Yeah, I thought maybe about 10. What is it? 10 grand round trip?
Yeah, we'll call it 10. We'll call that I mean, I think gas is gonna run me about 7 or 8, so we'll just call it 10 for the whole thing.
Oh, we can always throw on a bonus there if we make a good deal or something like that.
Well, I mean, that sounds good.
You can even have my cut of the first pay. You know, I think that's fair.
Yeah. But all right, are you guys gonna need more than the 2 flight suits I got for the environment that there is out there?
Oh yeah, probably. And
Okay,
I stop.
I don't have
count,
those,
and I'm like
so-
1, 2, 3. His hand hovers over the dog. Skips it. 4. 4. We need 4 flight suits.
All right, I don't have those. I have 2, so you have to get 2 more. Now I just have the
Okay.
standard spacefaring suits that we got. But if you wanted to get 2 more of your own or 4, that's gonna work for you. That's we can, just go ahead and bring those along.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, and I don't want you to bring tons of illegal guns to the airport. So let's go ahead.
It makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot
What
of
about
sense.
that overpass that I used to live under?
The where?
The overpass. You know the one you've been to. You came by. We hung out for a little bit. It's out by. It's a little north of the airport, in that like dilapidated section of town.
If I land an old corporate dropship out there, it might draw some eyes.
Very true.
I mean, we could get you to the spaceport with with that van or whatever you're gonna bring the arms in. I mean, well, let me ask you a question. Do they typically just take the guns and throw them in, or are they like secured?
I like hold the phone like the mouthpiece of the phone for a second. Oh wait, I don't even have a phone. I don't even know how this works. Hey Eli, how do they transport guns usually? Just like in the open, or then boxes?
Just imagine you're holding your pinky to your mouth and your thumb up to your ear, and then you take away your fucking
Yeah,
hand,
exactly.
and you
I'm holding
cover your
holding my
pinky.
pinky.
Well, I mean, I'd expect them to be secure, but kind of depends
Like,
on
could
the
they label the boxes like, ramen?
like Girl Scout cookies. Yeah,
I was watching this show the other day, and they were smuggling things in like stuffed animals. Can we do that? That sounds fun.
Huh?
You think Nathan was just saying we could hide the guns and stuffed animals?
It might be a little extra, but I don't know.
I would think that with Vincent's context, it would just be more official, but it's hard to say. I would imagine they'd have it packed away into crates.
Okay, I feel like we could probably. Where do you think the safest place is, Nathan, on hiding these, on picking up stuff? Let's assume they're in boxes that don't look like guns.
Well, that's not as fun. I really insist on being smuggled in something that's fun. No one's gonna ask
I
questions.
know.
If it's
We'll
teddy
talk to
bears.
him. I'll see what I can do.
Everyone loves teddy bears. No one's gonna question if it's stuffed animals. That's all I'm saying. But
That's pretty fair. I agree.
if they're in boxes, I made a few friends out there in customs that I'm sure I can get by them. I think it'd probably be best. I can take stuff off to the back section of the airport near my hangar, and we can just load it up there as long as we do it in the
You
hangar.
probably have to bribe those guys.
I'll take it off the top of your price. If it's
I
a
just
problem.
chuck it in there. Just tell us what you think it's gonna cost, and I think that's good. We're good to go with that.
We'll call it 1,000, I think. Greedy humans.
Okay, 1,000 it is.
Yeah. But that should sound
What
good.
do you what do you mean by that?
I mean, they're just greedy guys. Greedy guys.
Oh yeah. No, yep. I get you.
Um,
Human nature, as they say. Yeah.
Human nature. It's a
Yeah.
fickle thing.
Yep.
But it would be pretty cool. Maybe you can like steal a van and label it something cool, like stuffed animals. I'm really on this. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, I was thinking like we'd be exterminators. We get rid of those suits.
But why would exterminators come to the spaceport?
You got to exterminate the rats, I guess. The big radiated rats that live underground.
I mean, if it's going to be in a van, I think if we do like a shipping company, that way it can just come straight to my hangar and no questions will be asked. They'll be like, "Oh, what is that?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's cool stuffed animals." And if they
I
open
wonder
the
where the
boxes,
overalls.
I mean, you could do that for fun anyway.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, shipping sounds way better. Sorry, Eli, what'd you say?
I was just gonna ask. What if we labeled it Zambuca?
Sambuca? Don't I ship Sambuca, Nathan?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, that sounds fun.
I think it's some type of liquor.
I mean, personally, I'm just here for the ride. Getting caught adds a lot of fun to it. So,
Okay, sounds great.
yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna keep staring at the
I'll
wall. though.
I'll call you with the details.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Let me know if there's anything good on TV that I'm missing, because mine's broken.
Oh, there's some really good shows on right now.
Oh man, are you still writing that
Yeah, I'm
book?
so sorry. Yep.
Can you put me in there?
Oh yeah, man, you're already in here. I already got you.
Oh, awesome. Make sure
Yeah,
you
don't-
use my initials.
I will, 100%.
Thank
You're
you,
getting
buddy.
in there. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, man. Like I said, let me get back to staring at the wall here, and then I'll
You enjoy that.
I'll
I
catch
hope
you
it works
later.
out for you.
just hit me up, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about repainting it, to be honest, just cause.
Yeah, that seems pretty fair. I've heard bright pink is a good color.
All right, I'm just gonna relive some of the traumatic memories that we went through together as employees, and I'll see you
My
later, man.
favorite way of spending the evening.
All right,
You have a wonderful night, Nathan.
see you, buddy.
Yeah, love you too. All right, hang up. Yeah, Nathan's
Amazing.
down. He's good. He said about I think it was 10 grand for the flights, $1,000 for bribing the people at the airport, and then
Right back.
you know, we'll give him a little extra on top when we make a really good deal. That's what I promised him.
It seems to be fair, especially with the amount of the kind of cargo that we'll be hauling, prices that we'll have, and income that we'll make from it. It should be more than feasible.
Then it's just getting in contact with Vincent and contacting the Vanguard. We should probably make sure the Vanguard's okay because I don't know if they were okay.
Okay, do you want to reach out to them first, verify they're okay, and then once they're good, I can check with Vincent and see if work is available of the smuggling sort.
I suppose so, but I kind of feel like they're they're tired of me. But yeah, sure. Can I text on the cell phone?
Like, who's tired of you?
The Vanguard.
No, you cannot text on that phone.
Damn.
If needed, I could talk to them instead, but I think they would be okay with you.
Sure.
Keep in mind, last time Lila was talking to them, she promised that the corporation would not get involved and fuck with the recusant.
Yeah, totally did.
Oh, I thought we talked to them again after and smooth things over. Man, I got a great memory.
Yeah.
I just wanted to believe it.
So you left.
Eli
You
did
promised
get,
that you would do your best and that they wouldn't show up. And then Eli went back and was like, "They're fucking showing up. I'm here because, you know, shit's fucked."
Oh, he did lump though. Okay. What ended up happening with Alec? Was her name right?
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
She got fucked up by you guys, and Eli took her to Carmen, and Carmen fixed her because she was a lot of chrome.
Okay. Do we know if she made it back, or have we been in touch with her since? Did we make?
Her and Bellamy.
We didn't plan for a wait.
Her and Bellamy said, "Hey, we're heading back. Like, we'll see you guys later.
Okay.
If you need anything, let us know."
I let them use the sat phone to like call back and basically give them a heads up on a bunch of things and tell them they're okay. And then from there, I don't know if they left obviously, but how, I don't know.
Oh, I miss Bellamy. It was great.
Hard to say. I suppose we just try to call and find out. If you feel up to it, Eli, go for it. If not, I can try to do it myself. But I think they might be more keen on talking to you.
I think we should let's talk to Vincent first.
Okay, if you're sure, imagine we could find some kind of work with him, but it would be good to be certain. Okay, well, I can call him now tonight if we want and see.
It's up to you. Just I think we should confirm with him that we can get some guns and ammo for going to the Vanguard.
Okay, agreed. No need to make a promise if we know we can't keep it, so... sure. Normally I would wait until morning, but I'd imagine a time like now would be when he would be most active, so... I'll give him a call and see how it goes. I guess I'll kind of like get up and start to like pace a little, kind of like a little bit away from the group, but not so far that they can't hear me talking. And Roach, are you there?
Yep.
I can't remember if he said he'd be right back. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and call the number on the card. Just call it through the Neuralink as I'm looking at it.
So the card's blank. You look at it. You kind of feel there's something on it though. And as you start to look at it, when you're kind of walking around the apartment just looking, and when it hits the like a certain like light from outside, like the neon light, you can see a number gets like, what's the word? Transcribed.
Oh, it's like a black light.
Kind of, but like it's not. It doesn't show up on the card. What happens is like it hits it. It's almost like a hologram real quick, and then it pops up in your feed. And it asks you if you want to call.
Oh, it works. Okay, I was about to ask if Silva could figure it out, scan it. Okay.
Oh, what's happening, buddy?
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and
Let me
go ahead
grab
and
him. Go ahead and call. I'll
okay.
say it's ringing. Let me grab him.
Sure. Wait, hold on. I got this.
All right, you're calling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot. You don't have the soundboards on, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Don't
good
worry about
call.
it. Don't worry about it.
All right. So, as you go ahead and give it a ring, phone rings for a little bit before you hear a woman answer on the line.
Hello, thank you for calling Furniture Solutions. How may I help you?
Yes, this is Lila looking to talk to, I believe, your manager, Vincent. Looking to buy some furniture.
As you say that, you feel on the card, and it says, it pops up in your feed, and it says to ask about getting your new model couch repaired with the correct coating on there. As that pops up, you hear she says,
I'm sorry, I'm afraid you have the wrong number. You could call back at another time if you need a furniture solution.
No worries. Misunderstanding. I was actually looking to get my current piece repaired with the correct coating. Not really in the markets for new furniture after all. Would you perhaps have a solution for that?
Please hold while you're transferred.
phone goes dark for a second, or the line goes dark before you do get patched in to a much different voice this time. This time you hear,
hello.
Yes, this is Lila. Looking to talk to, suppose the owner of the fine establishment, Vincent, about a possible furniture solution.
You've been waiting for your call, Lila. What is it you need?
Suppose a few things, but first and foremost, looking for work if possible. Preferably looking to get in touch with a certain dealer to help transport a shipment.
Of course, ma'am. I will route your request and you should be called back within the next 8 hours.
Okay. Looking forward to it. This number should be available for a while. If needed, can talk in person. Thank you.
Have a nice day, Lila.
You too.
the phone hangs up.
I'll go ahead and like save the contact as well, and then pocket the card, and do my best to remember the information. If not, I'll pass it to Silva to hold on to.
Alright.
Do I need to talk out loud to talk to her? Or can I just talk to her like telepathically?
You would talk out loud.
Okay, then I'll just kind of like mutter it out loud, like, okay, Silva, hold on to that. And then yeah, head to the others. Okay. I've reached out. Didn't talk to him directly, but supposedly in the next 8 hours to next day should hear back. Supposedly they'd been waiting to hear from us, so don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But no promises yet, but we might have work here soon.
Anybody else there?
Yeah, we're just waiting in silence. I thought we were just waiting in silence. To call back.
Absorb.
Do you guys want to go to sleep? Have you determined what you're gonna do? Overall?
I guess the only thing I could think of is if we want to reach out to the Vanguard prematurely or just wait to see how it rides out with Vincent first. I'm good either way. But I think besides that, that's all I can think of for tonight.
All right. You guys good to sleep then?
Yep. Sleepy boy.
You guys go ahead and head to sleep. You get your long rest, which I assume you've already taken. And as you wake up, it's around 8 a.m. now. What's up, buddy? It's 8 a.m. He doesn't like the fact that you guys are sleeping. He's like, why? Why do they sleep, father? Why do they press on? Sleep is for babies. Like me. My daddy never
Only
sleeps.
I may sleep.
So, you guys wake up. As soon as you do, Lila, you're kind of groggy. Declan is walking into the room. And when Silva takes over the TV for a second, and she broadcasts something. It kind of wakes everybody up, as it is a decent volume, but broadcast to the TV, suddenly, you see what looks like the news. It's on a corporate channel, and so there's different news networks for different people, but this is on the corporate, yeah, buddy. It's on the corporate news network. On there, you see a woman talking, and she starts. Actually, I'm sorry, a man. Good morning. Now, for those of you just tuning in, we'd like to repeat what we have been broadcasting as of the last hour. Anatov, Inagao Incorporated, one of the larger corporations in Night City, in Angel City, in
Night City.
in Angel City recently, has put out another reward. Some of you may be aware of the previous one. Searching for connection to this man. You guys see a picture of Declan pop up. This man was spotted aiding some known problematic individuals last night. Anatov is offering a reward here for information on this man's name and whereabouts. Dead or alive? Not sure. We're just broadcasting information now. Currently, just looking for information. If you do know who or what this man may be involved with, go ahead and give us at Anatov a call. Our number is going to be placed at the bottom of the screen here. Every call matters and will be answered. Then he goes off on a tangent about something else in relation to the news, but Declan's picture stays up in the bottom right. It looks like the picture was taken in the apartment, so it's dark, and it's definitely from the assassin's perspective, as Declan is holding up his pistol, shooting. It's kind of dark, but it's zoomed in, and you can see Declan, not too clearly, but clear enough to know that it's him and it's the apartment.
Which assassin? The sniper?
The sniper, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Right.
Well, thank you, Silva. Good catch. And Declan, I'm sorry to say that you've been dragged into the unfortunate circumstances as well. I suppose
probably
all the
leave
more
then, right?
reason. It should be okay here for a little bit longer, but no, that's fair points. Probably want to get away from here.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gets a 5 minutes of fame.
I suppose all the more reason to expedite on taking care of this Anatov problem. I'm sure Vincent would have some reason to want to take shots at a corpo, so maybe he could help us there.
Knowledge is power. Sure, it's all he wants. What did he, when did they say that they'd get back to you?
In more recent news,
Was-
last night, known criminals Lila Ostrowski, Eli Dumbass, and Nick Pack were seen to have been aiding this unknown man and are wanted for possibly the murder of a nice woman. Her picture's up here on the screen right now. She lived in a less than desirable neighborhood downtown, but it still matters to us here at the Corpo News Network. These criminals were thought to have been dead. Perhaps they are. Perhaps they're truly monsters. This is a recent string of murders that we've seen in the past few days. Anatov and other corporations are trying to respond in kind the best they can to handle threats like these. Make sure you donate to your local corporate office so you can keep up the fight against despicable, cunning individuals like this.
Well, that's just not true, but...
The pictures they put up are like clearly doctored, but it's like images of like Lila like beating an old woman and like like Eli like selling drugs to someone. And then the picture of NP is actually just like a picture of NP. Like, and it's a picture of NP from The Office that they took when he was like smiling and signing his contract, or not signing his contract, under the name Nick
Amazing.
Pack. Yeah.
Did you call me Eli Dumbass?
He's just pronouncing it as he saw. Hang on, let me get this guy a bottle.
Amazing. I'll be right back as well. Yeah. Thank you.
Writes in notebook. Firebomb, Corpo News Network. I didn't know that this bounty went that far. That's a little wild.
Yeah.
Well, they control the news, right?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't expect
Corpo
this.
bastards.
It's weird that it's this, I guess.
Yeah, I get you.
Switch to this Corpo News team and have Anatov swoop in and absolutely decimate them.
What's up?
I was just saying, let's mail the drive to the Corpo News office and have Anatov swoop in and decimate them.
Hey, but then Anatov gets it.
Yeah, but then this news team's all done.
Worth it.
We win a psychological victory, I guess. I don't know.
As long as we send a message.
Fucking hate these people.
I know. Damn news people. Always ruining the world.
Now I just wonder what we do if we don't get this call soon.
We can take the call of the car.
Yeah, you can just drive around a wee bit.
Imagine if we have to worry about the gas tank on the car.
Don't give them
Just,
ideas.
just imagine if, like, somewhere in the middle of a fucking drive, like, the gas tank's empty.
I'll check next time we get in the car.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, it's hot. When do people gotta go to bed?
I don't know. I'm pretty much good. If we wanted to keep going, but if we also want to stop, I'm cool with that too. Yeah. Really want to see where we're leaning to for like the next path. And also, we need another fucking place to stay again, goddammit. Couch surfing forever.
NP's overpass looking real good right now.
I'm really thinking that you keep making it sound like it's a fucking box, but really it's a 2-star mansion.
It's like really nice.
Yeah, I think I do. I think you have something hella nice, and you're downplaying it like it's a box. Like I don't know, maybe you have like a really good like RV. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think you have something hella good. If it's just a box, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. I'll be sad.
Oh, the other thing too, if NP's wanted, they've probably got his place already locked down.
Unless it is really a box, and they don't actually know who I am. Remember, they thought I was Nick Pates.
That's
I gave them a
true.
false name, false address, false backstory. They didn't get a single word that was true out of me. This ain't my first time working with the corpos.
So hot.
Oh, in your room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate summer so much.
I bring back winter.
I agree.
I don't know, it's a tough one.
There comes a certain point in the heat where you can't take off anymore, and you're just really uncomfortable. But when it comes to cold, I can grab a blanket or put on another sweater.
Yeah, I agree completely.
That's fair, although I also just want to hide away when it's winter and not come out of my hole.
As an absolute introvert, that's fine
beautiful.
with me. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's also quieter during the winter. Oh my god. I live downtown, like near a really busy street, a lot of bars on it. So when I want to go out, it's great. But when I want to go to bed early because I got work the next day, especially during summer when I have to open my window, it's a nightmare. My dream is to live somewhere remote, cold, or rainy. Or both.
Britain?
Pretty much, yeah. The Highlands in Scotland is probably pretty good.
Oh.
Thank God I don't have room.
Need more room.
Yes. Oh my God, I need to
Go download more room from the internet.
Shut up.
Moreroom.com.
Moreroom.com.
My favorite website.
Hate all of you.
What?
No, you don't.
I should have.
I think Scar's SSD is failing. That's what I think is the problem with her computer.
That blows.
Yeah, an SSD failing? That shit fucking... I mean, it's 6 years old, but still, dude. I didn't...
Yeah, those things... The way people talk them up makes you think that they'll last damn near forever.
Forever, bro. That's what I thought, like... But she was already having issues. It might be the SATA cable. she was already having issues with the other one, and now she's having issues with.
That's
like,
true. I feel like the cable would go bad before the drive itself, but it's hard to say. I don't even know what the symptoms are for a failing SSD.
Well, it has Windows on it, so it doesn't boot. Also, it like.
Oh, that could.
So what happens is when the other one's failing with all her games and stuff, that it just like the games don't show up in it. You click on a game and it's like no pathway.
Right.
And then you go check the drives and it's missing, and you're like, oh, the fucking it's missing. You go check it and it's like it's because I don't know, the cable's messed up. So I switched the cables around for one of them, but now this other one with Windows on it, I think is failing or not. Or the cable's messed up because now it won't boot at all. And I went to just go to the boot drives, and the only drive listed is the fucking secondary drive. So I was like, that it's clearly missing. But anyway, where were we at? What do you guys want to do? You guys just talked. Are you waiting on that phone call? What do you guys want to do while you wait?
Basically realized that not really safe to stick around.
Stick around
Declan's place. Now that he's
Okay.
also known. We're talking about NP's box and whether it's a box or a mansion, and if they know about the box or mansion.
So they don't know Declan's name yet. They just have his face.
Oh, they said his name. Okay.
No, they just said this unknown man was possibly assisting the known heinous criminals Eli Dumbass, Lila Ostrowski, and Nick Pack.
Yeah, but
We have a
don't
little
get
bit
they
of time.
Can't just, like,
Ares-
look 'em up and put the records.
Might have the information, but I don't think they wouldn't have a reason to want to share that with their rival.
I've killed a lot of Anatov people.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, Ares would want to be like, yeah, they can't have that.
Maybe I'll get a raise, and even I don't work for him anymore.
I was about to say we better find a friend in Ares. Of all people, of all things. Makarov. Bryce.
We have our enemy as our friend.
I
Don't
mean, I
trust
left them
Shepard.
on really good terms, so.
That's a first. For
You
us.
can do that?
Corporates
Yeah,
leaving
I
on good terms.
I mean, I, Russia for like 6 years, and then just left.
Seems so simple.
Except
Milo.
with the ISMC, I was enslaved basically, or indebted to them.
So did you guys decide? So let me get. So your course of action right now, your plan is to get a job from Vincent, right? And
Yeah,
then-
so we want to see if we can get with an arms dealer, basically buy a shipment, and then once we know that we can do that, we want to reach out to the Vanguard and basically smuggle it to them.
So are you
Um,
ditching the Darwin idea, or do you want to keep going with him?
We were gonna do it with Vincent instead, I think.
So caveat, it's riskier, could get burned with Darwin, but it's cheaper. That's your risk reward. Probably a lot cheaper. He knows Eli. He gives Eli some crazy deals. So that's what I wanted to convey. If you want to go with Vincent's guy, it's almost guaranteed. He's working through Vincent. You're not going to get burned, but it's a choice you got to make. And Darwin could turn at any time. He at any point he can get wind of the money that's offered and try to take it. So
What is
But-
the money? How much is it?
I think it's $1 million for each. Yeah, $1 million for each.
My God.
$1 million
And
for
he
each
looks
what?
Of
He
you.
looks like narrows his eyes and looks at each of you.
Oh wait,
Wait,
I misread
million-
that. 10 million each head.
And he really, really narrows his
What?
eyes.
Bounties, Jesus
What?
Christ.
Okay.
I do think we need to stress working with Vincent, who would, I guess, not turn us over. I mean, he already had the ability to when he first found us, knowing that we had bounties, and he chose not to. So, I think that's reason enough to
His
try
words-
him again.
You asked him why. His words were, he said, "I like to make investments."
We could also build up a repertoire with him, and start to kind of get somewhere. We would have more freedom with Darwin and more room for profit and like running things our way, but there's a whole lot more risk at least
Hey.
almost a coin flip right now.
Darwin's a
Hey,
chicken
Summer
shit,
Approach.
right?
What'd you say?
I was asking if I could do something real quick.
Yeah, what you want to do?
So, how long ago did they first get the bounty?
Like, were they aware of it?
Like, woman, I guess I'll ask him. I'm curious about something. You say this guy might be trusting, but how long ago was it you guys had your run-in with Anatov and things went south?
Well,
It
How
was
long was
like,
it?
let's see. I'm thinking like 3 or 4 days ago. Very recent.
Semi recent, but 3 to 4 days ago. This Vincent guy took us in when we were stuck out in the wastes, more or less. At that time, I believe the bounties were already on our heads, and he chose not to act upon it. So, reason to believe that he wouldn't betray us now. There's been no reason to that we know of.
Just for just sake my curiosity, Roach, I want to look up. I assume it'd be public information. You know, it's a bounty for whoever wants to get it. Did the bounty shift up in price at all?
So, this bounty, officially, Anatov listed all of them, and this is what they were told. They're all listed as dead. They were killed in an AV crash during an operation. So Anatov has each of them. In fact, so Lila found out. Actually, I'll tell you this, Lila. You found out that everybody died in the crash except for your boy. What's his fucking name?
Miles?
Miles.
Miles.
Miles is the only one that survived, and like returned, according to Anatov. That means even the guys of the other team that were left at the place were killed. Now, when you left Miles, he was being taken care of by MU-25. MU-25 was all killed in action, and so was MU-27. Miles is the sole survivor of the mission. So that's the official report that the news has. That's the official, like, everything. The bounty was posted on the Corpo side and the Underworld side. So gangs have it, and the Corpos have it. But as far as the police are concerned, and the general media and the internet, you guys are dead.
Okay.
Wait, then what is... What did that...
That was Corpo News
broadcast
Network.
just,
And they said, that's what they said, these criminals were believed to be dead, but it is possible that these murders are related to them and these recent crimes.
Okay.
So, Dad, so I just want to check if there was like an initial bounty placed, you know, but when they had the assassins and whatnot, and then if it went off after the run with the assassin.
Given your access to Ares and corporate networks, you're able to check, and you see that the initial bounty was for 10 million on each of them. So everybody that they bring in is 10 million. Right now it is still sitting at 10 million.
Okay. So my thought process is like, what if the guy, you know, didn't sell them out because like maybe it was like $1 million ahead or whatever, not too worth it for the trouble, and now it's, you know, bring everyone in, it's 40 mil, or I guess 50 if you grab John.
Are you asking me, or are you telling them that's what you're thinking?
No, I guess telling him that was my thought process on that, just checking see if that bounty shifted after the run-in.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. And it is something to watch out for because that could change at any moment. But it does seem like he's more convinced on investing in an asset than just turning it over. That could change at some point. But I think we could build up a rep with him, or at least get 1 or 2 jobs done for him and analyze the situation.
Can I ask a question, and so we can analyze this?
Mm-hmm.
Is me knowing Corbin, or not Corbin, Darvin, yeah. Is he a successful gun runner, or is he still getting on his feet?
He's still getting on his feet. He is a noob criminal, you could call it. So he's naive. He makes mistakes.
I mean, he sold Lila fucking guns for like negative. Like he took a hit on them because she was being nice to him. He like he's not stupid. Like he didn't like bring you guys to his only warehouse, right? He met you guys out at a different location and stuff. But I mean, you caught him as a cop, and you have left him out there because he's a contact for you, like to get information. If he was a big problem, you wouldn't have left him out there. But he has enough skin in the game that you were like, this is a useful contact to keep.
See, in with this insight, I feel like we can give ourselves renewed purpose in his eyes, so that we aren't just another, like, I mean, 10 million is a lot, right? But let's think, all right, that's in the business he's working in. I feel like that's chump change. And if we were to work with him, even if we were just getting like a small gig like right now, which I don't think he has any, in terms of like deals, like trades with with the Vanguard, if we did this, it'd be huge for him. But he's not. They don't work with money, so it has to be somebody else or something else.
Right now, what it's looking like is you'll pay him, and he gives you the stuff, and you give it to the Vanguard. That's kind of what it seemed like to me.
That is what we wanted to do. Like, in my opinion, in my words, I wanted to pay it forward. Basically, sweeten a good deal. Buys things from fucking what's his nuts. He's happy. They're happy because they deal with ammo and filters and shit, and they probably need it. And they helped us beforehand, and it's just beneficial, mutual, beneficial fucking relationship.
I'll also hit you guys. You guys know, so Alexandra and her brother, the Russian arms dealer, they told you they were born in the Moscow metro and raised in the militia. They left because that's where they were raised. They came here because it's like just a little bit. They came to California into the Vanguard, not specifically to the Vanguard. That's where they ended up, but they kind of just wanted to be less involved and more just kind of free. But they also kind of enjoy the wasteland atmosphere. They don't like city life. NP Bellamy told you that he used to work for the corporations, and he was involved in the Battle of Moscow. He fought against the militia for a few years, and he realized it was kind of fucked up and shitty, so he got out, and now he fights in the wasteland for the Vanguard. So, you guys, that's two guys that were in the militia, and one guy that was out there might have contacts, since you guys were asking about militia contacts.
Muddy.
So what you guys want to do?
I say we stay away from NP's ideas. Stay away from Darwin. I know you think $10 million might be chump change, but it's 10 million each, and it could go up because we hold something that they really, really value. So we need someone who wouldn't turn us over for anything, which would be the militia or the man who sits in the chair underground, whatever his name was again.
Vincent. Yeah.
Maybe Vincent.
Money probably doesn't mean as much to him.
Yeah. He probably wants power and contacts more than money. Money is just a means to an end. But for a man like Darwin, 40 million credits could buy a lot and get him away more ahead in his career. And the militia would never turn us over to the corpos. So, but we don't know what other agendas they might have. Same thing with Vincent. We don't know what their agenda might be and whether they'd be trustworthy.
Vanguard, I would normally think to be a bit more on the benevolent side, but they might be feeling a little bit begrudged towards us after the Corpo events. But us getting burned and being honest could help. I don't know. We could make it up to them, I think, before some bad stuff would happen. It's hard to say. They seem level-headed. Vincent, yeah, I don't know, just trusting that he's got a bigger plan than just money. But I think the other thing, too, with Darwin is that Eli's had him under his thumb, having dirt on him. And so flipping the script now on Eli, I think, would be pretty easy to do, especially if he's getting pressured by corpos like that, ruthless motherfuckers like that.
I think the Vanguard came out on top during whatever events played out. because I think anybody that did live through the events for the Recusant ended up going back to the Vanguard. I don't know if that's really a +1, but they got some people back. Anyway, that's just me thinking. That's just me thinking aloud about what happened. Anyway, let's go to Vincent. Or, I guess, wait it out. I don't know where the fuck we're gonna go, what we're gonna do between then and there.
We have a little bit of time, though. We might be able just to lay low and wait for the call if we want. Or if there's something that we want to do, we could go do it while waiting. But we do have those active bounties and people that are looking out for us.
Do you have anything that you gotta worry about?
In regards to what?
Lila, like, just in general?
What do you mean? Anything I have to worry about? Are you asking her or me?
So,
Yeah,
that
her.
is.
I'm asking Lila.
Oh, I placed a DM, my bad.
That is one thing to consider. I'm a bit worried about my mother. It would be nice to check in on her, but at the same time, that's part of why we're doing all this right now. We want to eliminate Anatov, get a bit better gear and footing. I just don't know if it would go well to try to reach my mother right now. Unfortunately, it seems like Anatov really was after keeping her, unfortunately. As much as I wanted to help her, I just don't know if we could pull it off right now.
We can wait unless anybody else has something.
Yeah, I'm keen to wait.
Lila, your mother's messages were not being sent through that you texted her. If you wanted to swing by her apartment, I calculate the risk involved is 34%, lower than your own involvement at your apartment.
Okay, Silva. If you think it's not too risky, even factoring in those memories, then perhaps it's something that we can do.
The risk of apprehension at your apartment was 86%, of which it was correct that they were waiting there for you. But given that it is less likely it would be waiting at your mother's, although your mother's is highly surveillanced, simply passing by or checking on it would be less risky as entering it would be.
Suppose we could.
It has been 3 days and your mother has not responded to your text messages.
This is true. I don't want it to be the reason she gets into trouble, but she very well could already be in trouble. What do you estimate the time before that call is?
The 8 hours is up. It could be within the hour or any time afterwards.
Okay. And do you think Akane would be recovered by now?
If Akane was admitted to a medical facility, given her access to higher quality standards, yes, Akane is likely completely healed.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's try to call her, check on her, and see if she's up to it, and can go from there.
Affirmative.
You want to call Akane and see if she wants to help or what?
Yeah, I want to call, check on her, and then see if she's up to it.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and give her a call. It rings for a second, but she answers.
Lila, is everything alright?
You got a little sister, little brother.
Wow. You didn't tell me you had a sibling. No. Yes, Akane, everything is okay over here on my end. I just wanted to call and see how you were doing. See if you recovered.
Yes, I went to one of the medical facilities my father owns yesterday, and I'm quite alright at this moment. Cutting edge technology. I'm actually checking out right now.
Wait.
Well, I hate to make another request. I already am in your debt for what you've done. But if you think you can, do you think you'd be able just to stop by my mother's real quick and just kind of take a peek and see if she's okay? She hasn't replied in 30 days now, and I just want to make sure she's okay. That's all, nothing else.
I can't swing by today. I have a meeting I have to go to. I was fired from Anatov, as you can imagine, but my father wanted to include me on a business meeting this afternoon, and I must be there first.
Okay, no rush. If you get the chance, just let me know, and keep me updated in case it ends up being risky. But I do hope you're okay. Hopefully it's just fired and it's just at that. From what I can tell, it doesn't seem like they're pursuing anything else. So I'm terribly sorry to have brought you into this. It's one hell of a storm.
That's all right, Lila. I encourage you to go check on your mother. I think it would be good to put your mind at ease. I do hope she's all right. I'm sure things are fine, but perhaps they gave her a new phone or something.
Okay, I'll do that. I appreciate it. Let me know how the meeting goes. Hopefully pretty well.
I will. I'll see you later, Lila.
Okay, take care.
Alright, she hangs up.
Okay, not an option. She's doing okay, but not available. Do we feel up to it? Little trip back to the apartments, or do we want to wait for the phone call?
I'm good.
I have to go to bed like in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a good time to stop, that'd be best for me.
What's a little bit? Pretty soon?
Yeah, pretty soon. Sooner probably
Okay.
the better. But
Yeah,
like,
no
if we were
worries.
about to get the phone call or something, then like let's do that. But
All right.
if we're gonna do something else, I'd prefer if we stopped here.
Well,
Sorry.
we'll just knock that out. I was gonna say anyway, Lila. After that, you do get a phone call. It is
okay.
from the number is just 1. That's the only number on the screen.
Nice.
Do you answer?
Oh, yes. No, I have Silva screen the call to make sure that it's not a robot, not a
All right.
scam caller.
You answer the phone, and you hear.
Lila. Goddamn, I'm glad you called, girl. What is it?
I forget. Is Vincent a robot?
No, man. But I got a few, cybernetics.
Sorry.
Yes, it's good to hear from you as well, Vincent. I'm sure you've heard about the recent developments. It's only been increasingly more fun on our end.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm well connected.
I'm sure you are. That's understandable. But in light of these developments, we were looking to see if there was any work available. Particularly, we were interested in possibly getting with an arms dealer, seeing about procuring a shipment from them so that we could smuggle it.
Smuggle it where?
Some friends out in the wastes where you found us.
You know, I had a feeling, but I'll tell you what, I think I know just the guy.
And we'll call it there. So we'll pick up next time. When do you guys want to play again?
Anytime.
No.
I can play again tomorrow,
Anytime.
but that's fucking...
Okay.
That's soon.
Yeah, I mean, I should be good most days. Around 6 or so.
Okay.
I too can probably play tomorrow.
Yeah, whenever.
Tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Sure.